What is poppin', people? Welcome back to Head Kick Shy. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. No music, no pomp and circumstance. We getting straight to it. Hit the like button. The math ain't math. And if you've been here before, we've given you something to return to. So make sure you hit that like button. There's a bit of gratitude. And let us get it. All right. What is poppin', y'all? Thank y'all for being here. Very impromptu style day. We are back at it like bad habits, and we ain't waiting for nobody, man. They late. You know what I mean? Um, hit the like button. Let me throw hundreds up in the chat for y'all. We not waiting for nobody. There's a couple of important things that I want to listen to. I want to listen to the dude that tackled Raja in the well, quote unquote tackle Raja. He got a lot to say. I want to hear him. He's the guy that first moved into action with like real. I guess that's what you could call it, real tactics. He didn't do so well, but you know. But we're gonna listen to him and what he's talking about. Uh, and then I want to hear Cowboy, the homeboy, the bad friend, the not good friend that left his boy hanging. Hit the like button, y'all. There's a whole lot of usuals in here, and the math ain't mathing. Shout out Zaza, a 112 for all the people. Salutes. Shout out my brother Oso. Shout out Velez, Shannon. I appreciate y'all. Everybody hit that like button. The math is not mathematizing. So we're gonna talk to the bad friend, or we're gonna listen to the bad friend, and then there's just a couple scattered reactions from people whose opinion that I respect, that I want to hear, and you know, again, it's a 50-50 split. There's people that want this kid to pay for everything that was ever done to anybody on earth, and then there's some people that know that he fucked up, but they're not going overboard. I plan on chilling for this stream. I'm gonna try to keep my cool. All right. Anybody gets insulting, they can have opposing opinions, but if they get insulting, like, come on, do y'all not see Israel earlier? Israel jumped up in there talking about stupid on his first message. Like, we ain't never heard from you. You talking that kind of shit? Shut the fuck up. We put you in a bad. Right. But we got him out of there. We said that. We'll spend that. All right. Back again. Salutes. So yeah, so I'm gonna be chilling. Again, hit the like. Let me see something. There's Zaza, Velez, Shannon, Oso. Let me see. All right, there's. Well, it's probably everybody because it probably says four instead. I see three. Or whatever. Let's get it. Hit the like button, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend. I'm gonna take it easy on this go round and chill. The bar is open. For anybody that would like to buy me a drink, the bar is open. We do not have super chat. We do not have super chat. Uh-oh. Hold on. Just got a casting call. Shoot date is at 9/11. If you're interested in the video for this day, reply back. Okay, we'll do. Give me a second. Set the date. Boom. Let's get it. Auditions are always good. Oh shit, Primo's back from the dead. Hit that fucking like button. Alright? He's back from the dead. Alright? We gave JP the contract to knock him down. You know what I mean? We gave JP the contract to knock him down. Shout out to Primo, tread lightly, my friend. All right, boom. So bars open only through Power Chat, and Streamlabs. Link is at the top. If you ever use those links and you're waiting and you don't hear it come, let me know. Sometimes I gotta refresh this and do that. But we don't have super chat. This channel is not yet monetized, so only Power Chats and Streamlabs, text to speech for and Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal for drinks. All right, salutes. Because your boy's chilling. He got his step heavy boots on. Oh, shit. All right, man. Well, we put the bat signal out to JP. We'll see how that goes. We are going to start with... Where is it at? We're gonna start with the dude that was in the ring that was kind of scrapping with scrapping with Raja. We're gonna start with him. He's gonna tell his side of the story, what he heard. Listen, to me, I listen to this the way we listen to these stories that are gonna end up in court cases, and I hear a lot of back and forth with this. You know, I hear a lot of back and forth with what this could be in the courtroom, man. Because you know, there's nothing very clear except for the kid had a lapse of judgment and crashed out. But he don't have to pay for everybody's fucking sins on the planet. And that's what they want. They want to crucify him. And we're going to get to Rampage. They caught up with Rampage at the airport. We're going to get up with him too. He's fucking annoying me. And I'm a big Rampage fan, but he's fucking annoying me. I'm missing something. Why the inquiry about Spanish? Oh, because Zaza came in here and his first greeting was in Spanish. So I guess he wanted to see if you knew or if he was alienating you or something. No one wants to take the blame. Yeah, man. It's two lives that were really, truly affected and fucked in this situation. That was Stu's life and Raja's life. And everybody else is bitching and moaning and crying, pointing the finger and shit like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Let's get to this. You know me, I'm gonna be running my fucking mouth the moment I feel like it's disingenuous and it's acting and it's bullshit. You know? I understand Rampage and the Sun now stream and whatnot, but something like this was the best to not say shit at all and let their lawyers handle it. They haven't said nothing since the shit went down other than, you know, the first thing that Rampage said. But nobody's really talking at the moment. Definitely gonna get lawyered up. The streaming, that's for Rampage. That shouldn't be for Roger. Roger, he don't seem like he's into that. Shout out Pez Dispenser on the check-in. Did you hear his latest condition, Shy? I heard he was awake. I heard he was talking. I heard he doesn't remember shit. Well, I heard we're going to hear a lot right here. Let's get it.
Welcome to episode 34. Actually, because Doug has been all over the news today over something that's going super viral right now. Because for those of you guys that haven't heard, Raja Jackson, Rampage Jackson's son, tried to kill a man yesterday, and Doug was actually the one who pretty much stepped in and saved them. So we're gonna actually play a few clips first of everything that happened. And last thing I want to say for our viewers, for those of you guys that don't know, I actually trained at the same school 11 years ago, a long time ago. I know Psycho Stu personally. And yeah, so to get started with it, what actually happened to Stu? How bad are his injuries?
Broken facial bones is from what I'm hearing. Missing teeth. Has no recollection of what happened. Incoherent. And then even from the people closest to it now that I'm disassociating with, they won't even put up the full story. Stu's pretty fucked up, I'll put it this way. What happened yesterday is he choked on his own blood.
On his own teeth, I heard.
Yeah, teeth and blood.
And he lost all of his teeth?
Bruh, he was sleeping after he got slammed. Good, he doesn't remember, I guess. He was sleeping after he got slammed, and then somebody pinned him, dog. I saw that video yesterday while I was hanging out with Oso. I was like, what the fuck?
Right, a lot of them, yeah. Broken facial bones. He was out on the slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember seeing that kind of being in shock, and then it is.
Yeah, he was definitely out on the slam. Wrestlers pride themselves in taking these bumps and taking these slams, but you're not understanding what an MMA fighter's there to do. He's not there to put on a show in the sense of make the slam look good. He's there to put your body through the ring. This podcast was great. A lot of added information. Yeah, I caught it earlier. We're gonna get it from a couple of different angles. There was some self-aggrandizing in this motherfucker too. I swear to you, I'm gonna show you the video, Velez. I'm gonna show you the video. Bear with me, dog. I'm gonna show you that they pinned him, dog. They gave him the 3 count, dog. What are you talking about? They gave him the 3 count. Do you after the cash smack on the head, did the whooping take place? You didn't watch our last live stream, Primo. I'm gonna put you in the fucking bathroom again. You're making me repeat myself, and something that we did already. Raja, this is we're gonna give you the cliff notes, the highlight reel. Raja got to suffer his father. We know that part, his whole life. Raja suffered a concussion the day before. Raja went over there to try to chill out. He was going to a wrestling show to chill out. He didn't go with his father so he could chill out. 5 minutes into the wrestling show, he's meeting people, shaking hands and kissing babies, and dude hits him with the can. That turns into whatever that turns into, a whole lot of wrestling politics. They gas him up, they go sit him down, and an hour later he gets in the ring and does that. No mames, who the heck that got the W? Let me give him a follow. The dude that got the W was the big... I'll show you, bro. I'm going to have to show you. I can't describe, dude. I don't know what the fuck Oso tried to say right there. He said, I put it on the screen, though, so that we could document that shit. That's the type of shit that happened after a birthday at such an age. You know what I'm saying? That shit look like that. But yeah, Primo won a whole fucking recap personal for himself and shit. Boy, I know JP lurking. All I had to do is throw up the fucking green light and he's gonna come out of nowhere like a thief in the night on some bust your shit. So that's where we're at right now. So it was an hour.
Went side of that running in, there was other people that could have got involved that I made eye contact with, but they just stayed by the stage. Let me put it this way. I'm sorry to Stu that the people that said that they were your friends let this happen.
So how did you end up being involved? Because from what I understand, you weren't part of that match, that segment. How did you end up out there in the middle of the ring during this match?
I just got done with my match. I was blown up, took the heat, did the shit. Then I get a whisper by somebody, hey, something's not right. I might need you to go out there and check a scenario. This guy's going to do a spot. When does the spot happen? Oh, we'll let you know. Well, you want to let me know, but like you're not telling me when the cue is, when is the spot supposed to happen. You're just going to let me know just in case. Right, so
And they're going to get security, right? They're going to get backup just in case this work goes left. You know, they had security there in case something went down. Why? They expected some real shit to go down. Yo, this motherfucker, Velez, this motherfucker had the nerve to say, I know about that. So in other words, he's telling me in his first sentence that I just wasted my recap. Primo, we're going to get you the fuck out of here early today. Look at. He talking crazy. It's after the can thing. How long was it to the... I just told you that. I just answered that. I said an hour. Now you said an hour. Cool. Now I don't buy none of that concussion shit. It's a cop-out. If the concussion is still affecting him the next day, it could affect him in the next hour. And watch your motherfucking mouth. Somebody give that cocksucker 10 minutes because he's annoying me today. I'll be too sensitive forever, dog. You be the fuck out of here, dog. I just did you a favor. I just looked out for you and gave you a recap. You can shut the fuck up now. Now you really pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Now you really pushing it. I know who the fuck you think you're talking to. Get that motherfucker like 15, 20 minutes, whatever you can give. Give him something. Or if he wants the 24, if he wants the 365, if he wants the upper one, I don't give a fuck. Alright? Watch your fucking mouth. Fuck are you talking to? President Spencer. The guy talking now is the only one that tried to get Raja off Stu. The ref went. Yeah. And AJ dipped. I don't even think AJ was there. Because he said on the phone call that he just watched he watched the video. You know what I'm saying? He watched the video. And you told him if they got a problem with you, you're going to jump in there. And you went in and you went somewhere else and you had to watch the video? The fuck? Damn, Primo got gangbanged, boy. They slutted you out. Everybody slutted you out. Same time, I don't even know if that's an accumulative 600 seconds, but you got slutted out. Right? Slow the fuck down. You're a little ahead of yourself. Relax.
I'm stuck waiting for this cue. I walk out to somebody with the radio. I said, hey, talk to the back. When do you guys want me to go? What's happening? I was informed about the beer can incident. Actually, shortly before that, they told me that they, made up, shook hands, hugged it out multiple times. So it was going to be fine, but they just want to make sure. I talked to the person up front with the radio. I walk back to the ring. I see the slam. I see the first punch, second punch, and by then I'm at people in front of me, and I just start moving. I kind of wish I would have just sprung on the slam. So that's where I'm at. I mean, honestly, there's nothing worse than you watch somebody you care about.
Here's the thing. I do blame the wrestlers and him, especially since they're saying he's the one that has the most combat sports experience, right? That can actually do something in a scrap. But he's saying I should have jumped on the slam. Well, y'all should have paid attention. Y'all was paying attention to the whole thing instead of the bump. Y'all should have been watching Stu. The moment he hit that floor and he was out, you know what I'm saying? The moment he hit the floor and he was out, y'all would have known to spring if y'all was looking at him because he was out the moment he hit the floor. Damn, slutted out sounds excessive. No, y'all slutted him out, man. Bien putita. You gotta relax. He being sensitive, telling me I'm being sensitive. After he got a courtesy fucking recap. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're concussed, you fucking goofball. So yeah, they should have noticed on the slam. But he already told you they called him there to play security on their last match. A match he ain't got nothing to do with. Why? Because this is a lot of wrestling fuckery politics behind the scenes.
He's me, and these are people who are supposed to in front of me, and I just start moving. I kind of wish I would have just sprung on the slam. So that's where I'm at. I mean, honestly, there's nothing worse than you watch somebody you care about. He's a veteran. He's me, and these are people who are supposed to love him, and I'm the only one on the outskirts to be told to watch this apparently, and then I'm in there. And I'm battling, I'm doing whatever, trying to work this, and I'm telling the guy to calm down, and now he's trying to fight me.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Yeah, that's how shit goes, bro.
Thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
It's all fucked,
So them telling you to watch this and get involved,
doing whatever, trying to work this, and I'm telling the guy to calm down, and now he's trying to fight me. It's all fucked,
So them telling you to watch this and get involved, if this was supposed to be an angle, it kind of doesn't make any sense because you have nothing to do with their storyline or whatever.
Right, if it's a work, why do they need you there? If this is fake, why do they need you there in case it gets out of control? Why?
It seems like they kind of wanted you there just because you're the only one who can shoot, which in wrestling means for real fight, right?
It felt like it, like how you'd use a dog. Hey, we'll send our bitch to go do this.
But the fact that they told you to watch out and, be ready, and the fact that this had nothing to do with any of the storylines kind of shows that this was premeditated, right?
I think the premeditation part comes on the side of AJ Mana. You brought somebody that was volatile that you knew had issues.
So real quick, that's the friend of Raja who brought him to
Stop with you brought somebody that was volatile. That's the type of shit that I've been talking about. People are just going to say things. He wasn't volatile. He was chill. I know what volatile means, that one minute you're chill, the next minute you're not. Kind of exasperating circumstances, I go somewhere where I'm trying to go to chill out after a week of feeling like the universe punked me out. And I get smashed in the head with a can in the first 5 minutes. How fuck am I volatile? This is my life story and shit. Everybody gets aggressive until you match that shit, and now you're volatile. And if you match it and you surpass it, that's not what we're talking about. But I'm saying, everybody's volatile. He wasn't volatile. He was there chilling. He said hello to a couple people and got smashed with a can. But he's volatile. Fuck out of here. What are we talking about? You could tell he was concussed after the slam. Absolutely. So weird that they asked him to be security, but no kid when to go in and help. And he was still late. He knows it. But he didn't bring nobody volatile in there. The problem is this is a whole bunch of wrestling politics, And again, it's an overused term, but a bunch of clout chasers looking for some kind of, you know, they can shit on the live streamer all they want. They looking for some kind of pub out of it. His dad's name, all of it. It was all sucker shit.
That's the small calf, small ass, chicken legs bitch with the cowboy hat. So that's the meditation part comes on the side.
He told you to watch out and, you know, be ready, and the fact that this had nothing to do with any of the storylines kind of shows that this was premeditated, right?
I think the premeditation part comes on the side of AJ Mana. You brought somebody that was volatile that you knew had issues.
So real quick, that's the friend of Raja who brought him to the...
That's the small calf, small ass, chicken legs bitch with the cowboy hat.
So this fight, whatever you want to call it, Raja Jackson...
Attempted murder.
Right, this attempted murder, he landed like 20-something punches on him.
23.
23 punches on him. You pull him off, and then he tried to go at you. So that was he trying to continue beating him even further?
I think the culmination between his dad picking on him and all his daddy issues came out, and all the shit that AJ gassed up into his head, because let me put it this way, I don't like Raja.
I believe that. I said that yesterday. It was an accumulation of all of those things. It was an accumulation of all of those things. You know? On a kid who hasn't figured it out yet. You know? I'm sorry, a grown man. I get it. But even at 25 as grown men, some motherfuckers want shit anyway. Everybody wants to put their shit on one person. You know? They want him to pay for all their sins.
23 punches on him. You pull him
Fuck,
off.
23 is bananas.
He landed like 20-something punches on him.
23.
23 punches on him. You pull him off, and then he tried to go at you. So that was he.
I tell you what, SSB, I didn't think this was gonna be this big of a story. But people love to tear a motherfucker up. He just started streaming. His biggest mistake is on stream. Think about that. Went out on his first mission and got sniped type shit. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all.
Trying to continue beating him even further?
I think the culmination between his dad picking on him and all his daddy issues came out, and all the shit that AJ gassed up into his head, because let me put it this way, I don't like Raja. I think Raja's a shit person for what he did. But I think AJ's a bigger shit person for gassing him up to be in that fucking ring, to leading him to ruin his own fucking life, to hurt somebody that AJ also has a fucking problem with. You can't tell me
And
that's...
there it is, y'all. Now remember when I told y'all that he should have got in between them right away. He should have put his hands on Stu. He was standoffish. And I said he didn't get enough respect in that locker room to be able to get control of it, right? Well, it crossed my mind, you know. That's why I said he wasn't respected. That he got problems there. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the juice. Because he kind of stood down. And dude's saying that he already got issues with Stu. AJ got issues with Stu. Cowboy. They'll be here. They'll be here.
Fucking life to hurt somebody that AJ also has a fucking problem with. You can't tell me that's not... I don't believe in coincidence.
He was basically trying to put the blood on someone else's hands.
Exactly, because he's not going to do it himself. Mm-hmm. You know, the few little backyard fights he fucking got in where he got beat the fuck up, and then you got somebody that's a real fighter, trained by somebody that's one of the greatest of all time.
There's a lot in every subculture. Just a lot of snaky motherfuckers that you got to stay away from. All right? That you got to stay away from. That are in these gyms. For those that don't know the Rafael Torre story, you know, that guy lied to all kind of people about he was a black belt, and he took a life hiding like that in the gym. Just it's a place, it's a place for confident, secure motherfuckers, but it's also a place for insecure, sucker, snaky motherfuckers.
Then you had him do your dirty work. He ruined two people's lives.
So what happened when you got involved with Raja? Why did he want to keep going? Well, I know his chat was like gassing him up too, leading up to it, which we've talked about.
Another reason why live streaming is toxic.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
Live streaming is not toxic. It's not toxic at all when you put them in the fucking bathroom. That's what it's there for. They say it's weak. They say it's that's just some kind of psyop programming to get you to eat their shit all day. Fuck out of here. But he just shit all over live streaming.
Why did he want to Well, I know his chat was like gassing him up too, leading up to it, which we've talked about.
Another reason why live streaming is toxic.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
When you're a man, you're in
Yeah, maybe I'll clip that, put that on the soundboard.
control of your life. If you do things for other men, you're their bitch. You are not a man.
Basically
You're
what
a
live
puppet.
streamers are.
Doug, so what happened when you and him squared off?
I just went in there to stop it first, you know, because I was kind of in shock. I saw Stu. I saw the punches. It felt like slow motion. I'm looking around. I'm looking at Stu's friends staring at me, not running in. I'm only running in. Somebody f***ing pinned Stu after he almost got beat to death. People are so chicken shit that they don't understand violence. They don't understand what's going on.
He's right. He's not wrong about it. Shout out Zoraida. Salutes. Thank you for being here. Live streaming ain't for everyone, though. Facts. Think they more mean IRL. Yeah, I agree. It's dangerous. Motherfuckers want to, stream snipe and shit. Until one of them gets fucked up. And then, everybody's pointing the finger of blame, calling somebody stupid.
They don't want to partake in anything. They weren't willing to save their friend. They would rather worry about their own image, their self, their master.
But he's right. They weren't ready for the shit to go down. Security, no security, nothing. The wrestlers weren't ready. Even the dude that they told to be ready wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. And I don't know what kind of combat training he got. He got flipped over. But he's right.
I saw Stu. I saw the punches. It felt like slow motion. I'm looking around. I'm looking at Stu's friends staring at me, not running in. I'm only running in. Somebody
Now, you were a little self-aggrandizing.
pinned Stu after he almost...
That was fucked up. I'm going to show y'all that. I'm going to show y'all that shit now so that I don't forget. All right? That they had the audacity in the little wrestling world to pin him and get the 3 count while he was out. Let me find that real quick. Psycho Stu pinned. I watched a bunch of professional wrestlers take on it. All right, here we go. Buddy's on the ground fighting for his fucking life. Okay? They got Raja in the corner. Over here. Baseball dude, we're going to see him talking some more internet clout chasing shit too. He's choking on his own fluids and his teeth. The referee's still going. They're fighting Raja in the corner. These guys shit the bed. Okay? Let's get it. 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me? Now, I guess they were trying to still save it in case the people still thought it was a work. That shit seemed a little late, man. A day late and $1 short, if you ask me. But they pinned him, bro. The fuck? And you know what? And that punk ass ref did a slow count. He could have did a faster count. He didn't do no faster count. He could have pat. Nah, he did that slow championship title fight count. You know what's cringe, Cody? Cucks like you. This is so cringe, bro. Get a life. Who should get a life? The guy streaming or the guy talking shit in the comments named Cody with a C as his image? Like, who the fuck are you? We'll get a life. Don't worry. We'll get you the fuck out of here. You want to talk? Pay $2. Put him in the fucking bathroom. All 9 of you need to get a real hobby and put down the Cheetos. You're gonna stick around here and you're still gonna listen even though we're gone. I mean, even though we put you in the bathroom. Even though you're gone, you're still gonna listen. So shut up, sit back with your Cheetos and pay attention, stupid. Alright? Primo, am I still locked up? No, you out. You out. You better get a grip. Get Cody the fuck out of there. Cool. Let's move on. Slow ass count. Damn, you got slutted out again. Everybody hit you in the head. Another slut out. All right, so boom, that's what he's talking about. They pinned him, dog. The fuck? Crazy. Crazy shit. You out on parole, Primo?
Got beat to death. I'm only running it. Somebody pinned Stu after he almost got beat to death. People are so chicken shit that they don't understand violence. They don't understand what's going on. They don't want to partake in anything. They weren't willing to save their friend. They would rather worry about their own image, their self, their master, this. And sometimes the world stops.
Shout out Pez Spencer. Maybe they try to make the audience think it was. Yeah, they were still trying to save, anybody from thinking that was something that really happened, that it was a shoot. But eventually they figured it out. Because, what you going to do? Drag Stu the fuck out by his feet? They even asked him, how'd you get him out of there? I didn't see no video of them getting him out of there, but he was in a bad situation.
Sometimes the world stops. You could go to the store one day, be shopping for fucking groceries.
Facts.
You see an old lady get beat up and robbed. You have to do something. Sometimes the world stops. So these people are sitting in the fucking ring watching a man get beat to death that they call a fucking friend. The people in the back are fucking telling me, hey, can you go out there and make sure nothing bad happens? So now I got all this responsibility. But at the same time, if I'm AJ Mana, if I'm the people that told me to go out there, if that's the person I brought, or I know this whole situation is going on, I'd be right at the fucking ring. If somebody told me that Ian had the possibility of having a fucking fingernail being put out of place because somebody might be a little...
All right, bro. This is becoming a promo. You cutting a promo for a wrestling promo. A promo is in wrestling when they talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't have an opinion. Yo, you're being a dick today. That's what you're not understanding. I'm tripping today. Now, maybe you're tripping today. Maybe you're tripping. Maybe you should fucking stop tripping. Nobody said nothing about your opinion. You just been a dick. It wasn't about your opinion. It was about you got a recap. He told me to fuck off. You know what I mean? All right? I told you to pay attention. The fuck?
Off in the ring. You think I would take a fucking chance of my friend getting hurt? I'd be in the fucking corner of the ring on the very side in the front fucking row. You couldn't move me from the fucking...
Bruh, well, he's talking about AJ. I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about how AJ should have been there. They told you to be there and you were still late. You know what I mean? But AJ should have been there. That's his friend, right? That's the guy that brought him there. AJ's the type of dude you go to a party with and you end up on your own.
Possibility of having a fucking fingernail being put out of place because somebody might be a little off in the ring. You think I would take a fucking chance of my friend getting hurt? I'd be in the fucking corner of the ring on the very side in the front fucking row. You couldn't move me from the fucking spot. I'd run the whole fucking show. Fuck all of you. That's my friend. That's my family. That's somebody who means more to me than anything in the world. I would never let something fucking touch him. I would die before something hurts my family. And all the people that call him family, where the fuck were they? And then when we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking...
All right, Primo, go cry about it, bro. You talk about nobody get under your skin. Look at you, you crying. You got put in the bathroom for a little while. You crying. Kick rocks. I'm straight. Take your opinion somewhere else. Cry about it later. Too late for the shoulda, coulda, woulda talk. Facts. Go cry about it. I'm busy. I'll clap you next. I'm busy. It's easy to just, move along.
Prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fucking fighting. I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim and do all this other shit. And then you fucking punch me in the fucking eye after we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of...
Now he's talking crazy. Now it just became about him and his feelings and what he didn't do and how he looked when Roger shook his ass and he went down sideways and he was leaking from his face. Like,
positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you. All this
Look at
other
him.
thing.
He's bringing up fight. He's talking about swim with you. He's bringing up fight training terminology and shit. This is all ego.
Today. And then when we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a fucking double leg on me, by the way, work a better fucking double leg.
Work a better double leg. I don't know, dog. We're gonna have to rewatch that shit. I saw you get flipped over.
Prick. And then I'm telling you to fucking calm down. I'm not even fucking fighting. I'm not even being fucking hostile. Then you're trying to fucking work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And
He's trying to convince y'all that he knows how to fight. He's telling y'all he knows how to fight right now.
And you fucking punch me in the fucking eye. After we're breaking it up, you fucking loser. That's why you got fucking headbutt, and that's why I fucking punch you, and you're fucking lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of
That's what also talking about right there. A bunch of shoulda, woulda, couldas right there. Yeah? Bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious.
I don't know that he did it for clout. He did it for his own fucking rage, to quench his own fucking rage. His cameraman should have calmed his ass down.
You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight, not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt you. The fuck is wrong with you?
So, do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watch the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you get fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you got a problem with the world and the people around you, change the people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy.
He's right about that.
Take it out on everybody else, and then you want to.
He's right about that. He's right about that.
By one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your hell, I'll take it out on everybody else, and then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever fucking live, your fucking father, use his fucking clout, use his fucking knowledge, and then you want to hurt people that don't fucking train like that? You're a fucking bully.
I think he got bullied in that place. You know what I'm saying?
A bitch. Fuck you. Everybody who taught you that.
So, after all this happened, as far as the show, like, did the show just continue? Like, how did Stu get out of the ring? I assume it was stopped and paramedics came. Like, what actually happened?
He was given CPR. He was choking on his fucking blood. The paramedics came. I rolled out. Once I realized that my fucking blood was leaking because he caught me right in the fucking goddamn orbital bone, I rolled out the ring to go fucking fight that guy. I said, Kim, I'm coming. And then everyone's holding me back.
And he had already, like, ran out of there.
Already gone. And then the only person who
He didn't. I ain't see him run nowhere.
fucking met him is a fucking crackhead with fucking thick.
And now he's talking about the baseball fury guy. He said the only dude that met him was some crackhead.
Already gone. And then the only person who fucking met him is a fucking crackhead with fucking face paint who's fucking begging for fucking clout for the fucking internet. Man, that whole fucking night, there couldn't be anything more mismanaged in my fucking life than I saw that night.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm just trying to get a better understanding of, like, how the show went on. Who took him out of the ring, first of all?
Stu left by paramedics in his own blood, choking. A veteran. A war veteran.
Was he stretchered out of the show?
Yes, he was a load and go criteria.
After that, did the show just continue as
No.
nothing happened?
There was kids crying. There was women and children upset. The little girl, Sophia, in my tag team, she saw the whole fucking thing. And as an adult, that's my job to, is to protect everybody. And
Come on, man.
Really short.
Yo, man, everybody in this world is looking for a reason to make everything about their motherfucking self, man. Everybody want to be the one to go out there and do the tearful promo because it's my tag team partner. She shouldn't have to see that. What the fuck are we talking about here, man? What are we talking about here? But this is what people do, man. Everybody is acting. It's all bullshit. An illusion. It's bullshit.
Saw everything. She tried to get out of it. Women and children upset. The little girl, Sophia, in my tag team, she saw the whole fucking thing. And
They're there watching grown men pummel each other, but now everybody's upset.
as an adult, that's my job to, is to protect everybody. And I felt really short. I talked to her dad. She said she saw everything. She tried to get out of the car, come back, and see if Stu was going to be okay. And it's got, you have kids at the show. You have families at the show. We're supposed to be here for a good time. And why I keep bringing up that fucking asshole with the stupid cowboy hat because you brought somebody that was volatile. You knew he was volatile. You set him up. You had him do your dirty work at a show where you know everybody's doing this for entertainment. And you wanted to do that? What a...
Gourmet for less at Aldi makes you feel extra. It's an Aldi thing.
Fucking prick. Both of those people, fuck everybody involved with that person. And here's my thing about, like, the Rogers situation. His dad is going to be hurting. His family's going to be hurting because of the trauma with the fucking son doing this shit. The embarrassment, all of that stuff. Right?
He just had no reason to mention his dad, and he figured he'd find one. Because that's what they have to do, mention his dad.
Somebody that's unhinged. He needs mental help, but he needs to go to jail as well. You have Stu's family now, which I hold in a way higher regard. The dad's there, and I couldn't imagine watching somebody I love getting beat to death.
His dad was there?
AJ was talking to his dad from what I hear, so I'm assuming his dad was there and lying to him about what happened. And then, like I said, you know, there's Stu's family. Now they're wondering if he's going to be normal again. Not just jail. It's not the tragedy of losing my son to jail. Is he going to be able to remember things? Can he walk? Can he talk normal?
What condition is he in right now, do you know?
From what I hear, he's having a hard time. He has no recollection of what
He was in
happened.
a coma overnight, right?
Yeah, he was induced.
And he's lost all his teeth at this point, I heard.
Most of them, from what I hear.
And brain swelling is, as of last night, it's gone down since then, and reports as of late have said that he's up and alive, but is extremely out of sorts, is having trouble walking, maintaining his balance, and they just took him off a breathing tube this morning, and would assume they're just keeping an eye on him.
The fucked up part is Stu doesn't want his attention.
And he doesn't remember anything that happened, right?
That's what we were told. Yeah.
He's apologizing to his wife for being in the hospital.
So, did the police end up getting involved?
Yeah, no, they were multiple reports. I talked to the cops. They gave them my information.
At what point did they show up?
15 minutes after the little bitch fled.
Besides taking a report, did anything else come of it?
We're actually being active. This is part of the reason I'm here. I was actually not present for this event. I was at home. I heard about it pretty much just like everybody else until I started communicating with my friends and colleagues at that organization, and they were giving me details. I have actually kind of stepped away from the wrestling world because of personal growing safety concerns and social concerns in terms of my reputation. So I have been slowly distancing myself from this brand because I'm not surprised at all that this happened.
You're talking about that school specifically?
Yes, there are some great people in this industry. There are a lot of bad people congregated at this place.
There's great people at that school. I'll put it this way. Rikishi gets the fucking blame because his name is on the school, but that doesn't represent him. It doesn't represent Tamiko. It doesn't represent a lot of people there.
Or Rikishi wasn't even aware of it, right?
No.
He wasn't even in town. He was out of state. when this
Honestly, he's a beautiful person. I love him, and I love his son, Tamiko.
So there's already we already know there's dissension inside the wrestling school. We already know now that Stu and AJ had a problem. These guys got a problem with the school, and they're gonna point at the school, and they're gonna point at Raja. The only thing that Stu did was the can shit, man. Everybody else gassed this up more than Stu did.
I ultimately decided to be present for this, given that my involvement wasn't direct with the situation that's gone viral, which is a blessing and a curse. Part of me wishes so bad that I was there to assist the situation and help my friend here. The other part of me is glad I wasn't there because there's a good chance I would have gotten locked up that night as well if I...
In the words of my brother Oso, a very wise old man, shoulda, coulda, woulda, motherfucker. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Alright, President, like the Punisher, I make my presence felt while my Higgins side gives the green light to handle somebody. Go on, give Primo 24 hours. He mad anyway. Give him 24 hours. It's funny, I seen Zed deal with it for years. Motherfuckers dish it, they can't take it. And at the end of the day, I got the keys to the bathroom, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So, fuck him. Give him 24 hours. If he wants to come back, he can come back. He don't want to come back, stay in the bathroom. Shout out President Spencer. Yeah. Who knows? Even real ones get caught up some days. You know what I'm saying? It's a loose pen. Appreciate you. So there's drama in the wrestling subculture. Oh, God. Damn, everybody, they slutted them out. They slutted them out again.
Your services are no longer needed in the community.
If you're going to dish it, you got to take it. If you're going to dish it, you most definitely got to fucking take it.
But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream for management to.
That's called a dirty little wrestling organization that, you know, don't want them problems. Okay? Kevin Thomas, please refrain from engaging in comment sections on social media posts about this tragedy. It will be weaponized in potential criminal and civil cases. Fly low. I will say this. He's giving them a reason. He's not just telling them don't say it and not telling them why. Because it'll definitely be weaponized in potential criminal cases and civil cases. Now, if they want to still post some shit because they're not worried about, you know, having what they say weaponized in a potentially criminal or civil case, then I guess they do their thing. So please refrain from engaging in comment sections on social media posts about this tragedy. It'll be weaponized in potential criminal cases and civil cases. Fly low. If law enforcement or an attorney for the suspect contacts you in any capacity, let someone here know right away for guidance on how to address them. No, that's different. Now you coaching, motherfucker. Shout out JP, ain't gotta tell him twice. Motherfuckers get sensitive. Motherfuckers talk all that shit and get sensitive. And then tell me I'm sensitive. Okay. I just moved on with my show.
Talk with the police directly if they are contacted
and I was being sarcastic because he's asking me questions that he would have known if he would have watched the last live stream, right? So what makes you think that you just get the recap? Just you, huh? What you talking about?
Let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extreme.
No one needs to be discussing anything. I'll shut this feed down, please. Relax. Now you talking crazy? Miguel, whoever this Miguel is talking crazy. Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the civil cases where they're really going to get slutted out. Boy.
Only dishonest. Not talk with the police directly if they are contacted, and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And fuck you to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir. You are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell. You are wasting oxygen that other people could be breathing. Go fuck yourself. And if you continue to be complacent in this investigation and you side with the people who...
All these guys need therapy, man. Both sides. Everybody's fucked up.
You know are in the wrong. I wish nothing but the worst for you.
Is there anything else, I guess, any insider information that people don't know about yet that they would be interested in?
How many episodes we got?
Talking about this whole situation, of course.
Well, I'm a professional boxer, and I've trained as a professional boxer.
So what?
And wrestling was extremely new for me. I didn't watch wrestling growing up. I didn't really understand it. Everything that I learned about wrestling, I learned on site. And it took me a while to really understand this industry. And when you're someone who has seen real violence in your life and experienced real violence, things are very clear what's fake and what's not. And it is apparent that every single person in that ring is an absolute idiot who has never experienced any violence in their life. They should have known from that first slam that this was not a show. This had moved on from being a show. And somehow that individual was allowed to let off 23 punches before Doug here was able to intervene. Not one fucking person did anything. And that behavior continued when they encouraged every single member of this academy to stay quiet and not contact the authorities, not respond to the authorities, while simultaneously being extremely excited that this event has landed them 15 minutes of fame. They were encouraging people to repost their brother getting beaten to death and discouraging them from talking to law enforcement to make sure that the proper individuals responsible for this end up in jail.
You knew that person was going to get hurt. You knew something was f***ed up. I made eye contact with people from the side of the fucking ring when I was going in. I saw you by the fucking stage. It's not a big fucking room. You could have went around. You could have went to the stage. Well, what the f*** did you do? You watched your fucking friend die. You watched somebody that you call family die.
Oh, man, this guy just wants to be in the movie.
Nobody is important to you. Not me, not anybody. So if I'm working for you guys and I sell as many tickets as I do and I put all this fucking money, time, and effort into this shit like I fucking do, I'm your number one fucking ticket seller. I bust my fucking ass for you fucking guys. That means the minute something bad happens to me, you guys will just watch it happen and you won't do shit.
You didn't know that already? If you didn't know that already, y'all are more naive than I gave you credit for.
How long have you been there? 3 years?
3 fucking years.
Stu's been there since day one, and they let that happen.
And he's a fucking sweet human being.
Yeah, he was there when I was training 11 years ago.
I love you, Stu, and I'm sorry for the trauma. And I'm sorry for the people that Knox had done positions.
So, Doug, are you still a part of Knox Pro?
No. What's the point? They would watch me die. How can I trust you with my body?
You can't.
You pick me up for a body slam? I think it's all fun and games. I'm having fun. I think it's fun. I get hit with chairs. I'm laughing with my friends. But if I'm getting hit with chairs, metal fucking chairs, my head's bleeding. I got scars all over my fucking nose from this shit, right? And I'm having fun, and I'm thinking, we're all having fun together. But then I realize you're trying to hurt me. And then I'm thinking, maybe they didn't mean to fucking hurt me. But after this, it's apparent.
It's terrifying. You trust other people in there to do their job properly and to keep you safe. When you're a fighter and you have a fighting background like me, you're taught to keep your hands up. You're taught to protect yourself at all times. It is a rule of fighting. In wrestling, you are not allowed to do that. You have to present your chin. You have to present your neck. You have to present your entire body. And it's always a fear in the back of your head. Is this person going to hurt me? Whether they're not knowledgeable enough, whether they're not experienced enough, should never be a thought in anyone's mind. Was this person sent here to hurt me when I am put in a position where I am literally required to not defend myself because we are putting on a show? This is entertainment. They broke every single fucking rule when they sent that person, when they allowed that person who is a known volatile loose cannon of an individual into that ring. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, and everybody responsible needs to face the consequences.
Yeah, that's, I think this is the craziest thing since, like, the mass transit incident of something like this happening.
I still can't get over the fact that little Sophia had to see that shit, to know that she was
we got back to little Sophia. You guys ever heard of virtue signaling?
she was hurt. To watch
This is the craziest thing since, like, the mass transit incident of something like this happening.
I still can't get over the fact that little Sophia had to see that shit, to know that she was crying, she was hurt. To watch Eli's face, my friend's kid that was there, and to see him, he wasn't crying, but he was confused, he was sad, you could tell it hurt him. And that's a kid that didn't need that hurt. He needs love, he needs community. And we showed him that's how adults act.
So, do you guys know if Raja ended up getting arrested?
I don't believe so yet.
Hopefully. What I want more than anything, go get some fucking mental help. Go get some fucking counseling. Hope your dad sits next to you and get you a hug for once. Stop making fun of you on the fucking internet. Because apparently the internet and the fucking opinions on the fucking internet mean more to you than anything else.
That, I agree. He let them fuckers gas him up. But again, there were other circumstances.
I don't think your dad's a bad person. I think he's just trying to rib you. He's trying to harden you up. But you're sensitive. You're soft. You think everything is a personal attack. And now look at you.
I mean, yeah, he literally sat there and let the chat rile him up.
He's on video, and this is where he's going to get real fucked, is he's on video as the chat's riling him up. And you can check the clips online. He's saying, yeah, I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to hurt him. I'm not going to stop. They told me I could do it. They gave me the green light. This is going to be real. He's premeditating the attempted murder that he is about to commit. And this is, I mean, millions of people have seen this at this point.
It's a fucked up situation. I couldn't imagine being a father and having a son that did something like that. And I couldn't imagine being a father and had a son who had something done to him like that. And I've been telling people even on Reddit, put yourself in everyone else's shoes that was involved. There was kids that were traumatized. Isn't it something that you want to sit there and just poke fun at, make fun of? These are people's lives changing. You know, I hope people find a happy medium and realize that this social media shit, like all the clout you want, all this publicity and fame that you want, and the attention you're getting, it's not the right way to do it. There's people hurting.
Do we have anything else to add, Tanner?
What do you guys think? Why don't we pitch the idea? Hey, Rampage, you're getting fucking sued all over the place because you piggyback your fucking son's fucking life. How about this? Why don't we just fucking have a boxing match? Why don't we just fight? You'll probably whoop my ass, and I don't give a fuck. You raise money for your fucking son's legal defense, and I'll raise money for Stu.
By the way, I'm assuming by the time this video is out, there'll be a link to Stu's GoFundMe.
There should be a link to Stu's GoFundMe.
So we'll put that.
Nobody donate to anybody that's not directly willing to get all 100% proceeds to Stu with proof. Stu's wife deserves that, and Stu deserves that.
Yeah, ultimately, it's a good thing that you were there, because if you weren't, God knows what would have happened.
You would have killed him.
For real. And nobody else was going to step in.
Yeah. And by the way, Raja, that was me who bit you, asshole. I'd do it again, too, but this time I'm going to get your nose.
And where can people find you on Instagram?
Just the Epic.
Just the Epic. We're going to pop up a link. Everybody go follow Doug.
And I'm not a tough guy. I'm not building.
I came in like.
I just stand up for myself and stand up for my friends. Don't think that I'm out here just blowing smoke to do some hype shit. I'm just me. I just bring me. I show up. I defend my friends. I love it, and I'm willing to die for it. So I'm sorry for what happened to everybody that was there. I'm sorry for all the kids that were crying. I'm sorry for the families that are affected. Both parties, too. I really sincerely mean it. Both parties. I am sorry. I hope everyone gets their shit together.
Awesome. All right. I guess we're going to leave it at that. And until next time, we're out of here.
All right, let me get to this chat. Yeah, no. Everybody wants to mention Rampage all day long. This part is wild. Being told to stay silent. It's messed up. Seen that too. So he knew Raza was going to crash out. This is in response to Rampage said he saved university money for the Asian kids, but he saved bail money for Raja. Wild statement. Don't speak that shit into your kid's life. Even if you think it's true. Because you don't know if you're kind of predicting what's going to happen or if you're writing it. I think Rampage think everything's funny. And I think Rampage is a bit selfish. As giving as he is, but I'll explain that later. And then Velez says, so he knew Raja was going to crash out at any moment. He might have been fucking pushing him in that direction his whole life without knowing it. Like, what the fuck, bro? Shut up already about my crash out. We just said the audience should have known that this wasn't a show, it was an idiot. How are the fans supposed to know that it was supposed to look like real fighting presentation? I don't expect the people in the audience to know that he was knocked out for real on the takedown. But I expect everybody around them to have known right then and there that this shit turned into a shoot. This shit worked its way into a shoot. So yeah, not excusing anything Roger did, but his mother was on a lie. That's a different kind of trauma that requires serious therapy, amongst other things. This whole situation's just messed up all the way around. Nah, bro, you could tell by the way Roger slammed dude, JP, and then the real punches were the cherry on top. They were definitely the cherry on top. Flex Turner, there's an MMA fighter whose mother was raised. There's an MMA fighter whose mother was raised and killed unalived in front of him. He doesn't have low impulse control. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he never did. Maybe they're different people. What's your thought on it being premeditated murder? It's a contradiction. If you're asking me, you're asking me. And Velez, you know me, so you're asking me, right? In the midst of all of that premeditation, there's a serious belief in this kid's mental that he got the green light to go in there and punch this dude till somebody stop him. Those two things are happening at the same time in that live stream. So if there's any shred of, looking at that premeditation sideways, is that he's not sitting there trying to make us or you or the audience believe that he got a green light. He's sitting there talking, believing he got a green light, dog. Believing that they arranged this for him to be able to get his shots off. And again, he probably blacked out when he got into it. He wants to box Rampage. Of course he does. Clearly, these wrestlers think a lot of wrestling fans weren't around for the 90s WWF era. Unfortunately, I do see legal problems coming for Raja, just like they go for lyrics and music. No, Raja's going to have problems. I'm back. I'm definitely going to rewatch this. I got a call and missed everything. No worries, alright? Salutes. He thinks everything's funny till it wasn't, and it's not. It could be more than 15 years. Rampage drove a Monster Energy truck in a high-speed police chase. He said he didn't sleep for a long time and no charges. Yeah, I remember. He said he freaked out. He was lit off energy drinks. Pez, his mom was unalived. Yes, trauma for sure. Yeah, his mom was unalived. And Rampage be talking to him, clowning with him about shit he would do to his mom. And how his mom ain't shit. Like, it's a lot. If you already know the kid got a little, some lack of focus in his mind, why would you fucking do that to him forever? Like, shut the fuck up already. Just love me, motherfucker. That's it. It ain't got to be funny all the time. Alright, so now we're going to go to, now, I haven't seen any of this, but I see he's with C.T. Fletcher. And I'm wondering why he's with C.T. Fletcher. Now, I did hear he was Raja's lifting coach. But let's see what C.T. Fletcher got to do with this. So this is the cowboy, y'all. We made it to the cowboy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of the F Y'all podcast.
Oh, shit. That is a great name. Okay, that's the C.T. Fletcher podcast. The F Y'all podcast. Okay, I got you. For those that don't know, C.T. Fletcher, weightlifter, bodybuilder. Well, he'll probably get mad you call him a bodybuilder. Weightlifter, but inspirational speaker or whatever, motivational speaker. C.T. Fletcher, the F Y'all podcast. Survivor, I think he had a heart transplant.
Right, as you can see on the other side of the screen is the one and only, the legendary Mr. C.T. motherfucking Fletcher. And we've got an interesting show tonight. As you guys know, some interesting shit went down this weekend at a Knox Pro Wrestling event involving one Raja Jackson, who is the son of UFC legend Rampage Jackson. And before we get into that story, Pops, I know you said you got something you want to get off your damn chest, so I'm going to kick it off to you to start this thing off.
I'm itching to say this shit.
Go ahead, Pop.
When I made the post about tonight's live stream, there were several comments that said if I offered any type of defense for the actions of Raja, y'all was going to unfollow me. Let me make this perfectly clear. I don't give a fat fuck.
I don't give a fuck either, man. Kick rocks. It'd be the 10 of us forever. Fuck, I'm not going to. It just is what it is. I will never succumb to you motherfuckers, man.
If you unfollow me, motherfucker, hurry the fuck up. I hope you already did. That is no threat to me whatsoever. Motherfuck you and your unfollow. Please unfollow me. You can't do shit faster. Bye, motherfucker. Bye. Shit. So fuck that unfollow shit. That don't bother me at all. And
Can I say this in your defense, Pop? I would think by now. Most people would know.
Yeah, they should
If
know
they've been
that.
following you all this time, and you don't give a fuck if they follow you or not.
yeah, they should know that by now, but I want to make it clear to some motherfuckers maybe just came along last 2-3 days. I don't give a fuck. You waste your time telling me some shit like that.
Easy.
And second, all this you rush to judgment shit. Motherfuckers looking at videos on the internet and you informed your.
I don't give a fuck if you get blocked. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you're here, you're not here. That's what it is.
Completely forms your opinion of what's right, what's wrong, who knows what you stating shit like you was there. So the only thing to clear the shit up is to actually speak to somebody who was the fuck there. You wasn't. We have to talk to somebody who was actually there, who actually knows the behind the scenes shit, the real fucking story.
Yeah, we just fucking, that's what we just said. We just figured that out. Bruh. You funny, man.
So, AJ Money is here. I've been knowing him for quite a few years now, and I have known nothing but good from this young man. He's here. He was fucking there. Raja was his guest, and he's going to explain to you in his own words what the fuck really happened.
All right, before AJ, before I let you go, let me let all the people that's in the live stream know if you got any comments, any questions. If we have time, we'll get to those. Leave those in the comment section. Also, super chats are open. If you want to donate to the show, hit the super chat button. You can donate to the show. We appreciate all the support you guys show to F Y'all Podcast. Let's get all that out the way. But right now, AJ, before we do anything, like Pop said, at the end of the day, all me and CT got is the pinks. All everybody else has is fucking the pinks.
Yeah.
You were actually there. Raja was a guest of yours, so I want you to talk about that. Honestly, talk about whatever you're comfortable with talking about. This is your story, and I want you to tell it.
Well, I'll start off with an old saying we all are very familiar with. Opinions are a lot like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. Let's just clean them up and deal with the facts. So my standpoint is I'm not dealing with anything with regard to speculation, rumor, hearsay, anything of that nature. I will deal only with my personal experience. I will deal only with the facts as I witnessed them and as I acted, as whatever came out of my mouth, wherever these 2 feet went, and whatever I was involved in. Guess what? In a video that was over an hour long, hour and 30 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, whatever it was. In that entire video, you will only see my ass 8 minutes. 8 fucking minutes.
That's your response? Well, we probably saw Stu less than that. So what? 8 minutes. No,
mommy's wait.
Gives a shit. He didn't care anyway. He don't care if he get blocked. He'll be back. I just gave him 1 minute. He don't care. Nobody even said nothing to him, but he jumped out of his face to respond for, me talking. Oh, he's all right. He survived this minute. First, yeah, that's what he's talking about, Zoreda. First Raja video. It's all trauma, PTSD. It's all the way you deal with it. I have PTSD and I've done lots of therapy over the years. My ex thought he was an MMA fighter. I will spare the story. I had a brain bleed. Yeah, see? This guy ain't said shit. He said, I was in that hour-long video for 8 minutes. Yeah, so? And if we count how long you were in the ring, maybe more than that.
Was my activity in that entire thing. I had the least amount of involvement in this shit. However, I'm taking the most of the heat for it because what's happening, I won't get too deep into family ties and shit like that, but it's very obvious. It's easy to go ahead and throw me under the bus.
He sounds like he's cutting the wrestling promo. Is he cutting the wrestling promo? For real? Is that his response?
Before you go on, let me let the people in the comment, because the comment just popped up, and let me say this: you go come here and talk shit, I will boot your ass right out of this live stream. Let's make.
And he wasn't around when he went down. I think that's because he's a coward. Because he sat there and told dude, get your lick, lay it in there, or whatever the fuck he said, tag his shit. And if they got a problem, I'll get in there. You weren't even in the position to get in there to stop him from hurting the other dude. Why? Because you gassed and you disappeared. You broke out. His voice is a gimmick. So why is he using his gimmick having a real conversation? That's sucker shit. I don't understand that type of shit. I get it that that's his gimmick. He sounds like he's cutting a promo. That's why I asked. That's some dumb shit right there.
Real quick. You calling somebody a fuck and all of that shit? Fuck that. You will get your ass booted out of here real quick.
Straight up.
Go ahead, Agent.
I'm a very humble, kind, and respectful man. I stand by a moral code. Not just that stems from the Marine Corps, stems from my upbringing as a fucking man. One thing I am not gonna ever do is double cross another man. One thing I will never do is set up another man. What you don't know about AJ Monaco, what you don't know about fucking Andre, fuck the gimmick.
That's all the gimmick. It's still the gimmick. Just because you took the hat off don't mean it ain't the gimmick. Fuck out of my face, man. Oh,
No, mommy's wait.
this motherfucker, I think he's stone cold right now, bro. Let's do it again. We're going to do it one time. Here we go.
Fucking Andre.
Hold on. One more time.
One thing I will never do is set up another man. What you don't know about AJ Monaco, what you don't know about fucking Andre, fuck the gimmick. Fuck the gimmick.
Stop it.
This is Andre talking, nigga.
Oh, shit. For real? God damn. What the fuck just happened here?
You don't like that I say nigga, guess what? I'm from Compton. I left Compton when I was 12.
What the fuck is going on? What's going on here, dog? What's going on here? This shit just went left. This shit just went left, boy. What the fuck is going on over here, man? Oh, shit.
AJ Monaco, what you don't know about fucking Andre, fuck the gimmick. Fuck the gimmick. This is Andre talking, nigga. You don't like that I say nigga, guess what? I'm from Compton. I left Compton when I was 12. I was adopted into a Samoan family. You know why?
Why?
I
What?
don't know my father. I don't fucking hardly even knew my mother.
What?
Yeah, I'm a nigga.
What?
Didn't know that, huh?
What?
AJ Mana, that's a fucking moniker. That's a gimmick. Nigga, this is Andre. My life is ruined.
He kicked the gimmick into third gear, right? So there's little feeble ass, punk ass, snaky AJ, right? And then there's the gimmick AJ, and then there's no more gimmick AJ. That's another gear up, boy. He wilding all the way the fuck out. He in this motherfucker like Leonidas in this bitch.
Because of your speculation, my life is ruined, and you know who you are because you decided to throw me under the bus to protect your own image, to protect what you perceive to be your own good name, when your name really ain't shit to nobody no more. Because the facts are out there. And I'm not afraid of you motherfuckers anymore. I've been afraid of you for 6 fucking years. I'm not fucking afraid of you anymore. You know who I'm talking to. Like I said, nigga, this is Andre talking. So let me start.
Since Andre started talking, it's been more of a fucking promo than it was before. What are we talking about here?
From the very first fucking 5 seconds of that video, Raja, who is a teammate.
Look, somebody walked up to the window in the back like, man, what the fuck he over here hollering about? Shut your dumb ass up, man. Go get your fucking shine box.
Get your fucking shine box.
Mine, who is the son of Quentin Rampage Jackson. The man, not a character. not what was worked into a fucking storyline. Like I said, let's deal with the facts. Facts. He was a guest. I didn't bring him to the show. I was a part of the show. Facts. I am not a promoter, dumbasses. I am a talent. Fact. It wasn't even my idea to have a storyline with Raja. Why? I have no creative control. I don't own the fucking company. I carried out what was told to me to fucking do. Fact. I was unaware that by carrying out what I was told to do, I would then be scapegoated to protect them. Okay. Raja gets to the door. Unbeknownst to whoever was working security, again.
You already failed them at the door because they didn't let him in right away. He should have been, boom, straight inside, but it'd be like that. It's just stupid.
And I'm not gonna do names. That's what I'm not gonna do. The way I come up, you don't name drop. You just spit facts.
Yeah.
Y'all can fucking put two and two.
All right, you got it. Mm-hmm.
So,
For sure.
homeboy didn't know that I had spotted a VIP ticket for Raja. There's always been discrepancies when it comes to this ticket sale shit. I've always had a good amount of people support me. For some fucking reason, the numbers just never seem to add up. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be my pockets were always empty as y'all's were really filled? Do I really need to get into that? Nah, we're dealing with facts, right? Okay, so.
Human beings disgust me.
Some reason or another, his name went on the list. So guess what? I forked up another $30 to get his fucking name on the VIP list. Why? Because, unbeknownst to the production, at the time, the day prior, there was a meeting with myself, Raja, and his pops about beginning a collaboration as they are doing this, what you call this shit, man? This live stream shit.
Okay.
What was that?
It was kick live stream.
Right? Hey, that's what it was. Well, it turns out they had millions of followers. This shit was popping. Rampage said to me, you know what? I see you've been working hard to get your name out there, but it's fucking something just ain't clicking.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit ever happened. I feel like I'm watching one of these cartel stories when they go on the news talking that bullshit on the other channel. I don't even believe that happened. That Rampage said, bro, you've been on your shit. I don't even understand why people don't see it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Sorry. No mamas.
No mommy's wait.
I don't believe you. You need more people.
If you get on this stream shit with us, like, I see you've been working hard to get your name out there, but it's fucking something just ain't clicking. Like, people know who you are, but, bro, like, if you get on this stream shit with us, like, people gonna talk shit, and they did. People gonna talk shit, you know, they gonna fucking, they gonna, rage bait you and all that. But just, you know, just be cool about it, and, you know, people, your following will go up. And it did. It really did. So,
It did win. Didn't he just say this conversation was the day before? So you telling me that Rampage told you the day before, hey, bro, I see you working hard. I know you're trying to make it. I don't see why they don't get it yet. I know you're going to be a star. You just keep at it, and it's going to work for you. He gave him a pep talk, right? And then the next day, it happened. He said it worked. It happened. Didn't he say it was the night before? What the fuck are we talking about here?
it's like people gonna talk shit, and they did. People gonna talk shit.
Hold on, man. Yeah, people talk shit. I see it. I see it all day on the internet.
There was a meeting with, at the time, because unbeknownst to the production, at the time, the day prior, there was a meeting
The day prior.
with myself, Raja, and his pops
Rampage told me I was the shit. Told me never give up.
about beginning a collaboration.
Okay?
As they are doing this, what you call this shit, live stream shit.
Okay.
What was
Yeah.
that?
It was kick live stream. Kick.
Right? Hey, that's what it was. Well,
He knew what he knew what it was. He knew what it was.
well, it turns out they had millions of followers. This shit was popping. Rampage said to me, you know what? I see you've been working hard to get your name out there, but it's fucking something just ain't clicking. Like, people know who you are, but bro, if you get on this stream shit with us, like, people gonna talk shit, and they did. People gonna talk shit, and, you know, they gonna fucking they gonna rage bait you and all that. But just, you know, just be cool about it.
This the pep talk from the day before, okay? From the day before.
And, you know, people, your following will go up. And it did.
Yeah, you're following to grow up, and it did. It did what? In 24 hours? It did? 24 hours later, Raja was slamming Psycho Stu on his head. What are we talking about here? Did we just catch him convolute a story out of nothing that makes nothing? Nothing from nothing makes nothing. Eddie Murphy shit right here.
Really did. So then we started talking about, okay, what if we bring this stream over to Knox Pro? It'll be good for them and it'll be good for you. Raja was there on business. Raja wasn't there, and look, that leads me to the can. We'll get to that. Y'all out here trying to say this whole thing was a work. This whole thing from
Raja was there on business. Listen, I'm still under the impression that Raja was invited by one of his coaches, one of his trainers, to come to the wrestling. This guy just made a whole story about how Rampage told him he was the shit, and how by the next day he'll have a lot of followers, and he should bring Raja over. The whole shit blew up before the whole shit started, and Rampage wasn't even in town. The fuck are you talking about? He might have been in town the night before, but what are you talking about?
And look, that leads me to the can. We'll get to that. Y'all out here trying to say this whole thing was a work. This whole thing from the jump was a part of a storyline that went wrong. That's
No.
bullshit.
I don't believe
And
that.
for those that this may upset, I'm dealing with facts, right? I'm not going to perpetuate the bullshit that you want me to put out there. Well, I can't say put out there because most of you told me to shut the fuck up and not say anything and let it die out. No, you didn't want this to die out. You wanted me to.
You didn't want this to die out. You wanted me to suffer the consequences and get thrown under the bus. Arr! What the fuck is he? A pirate? Is he a fucking Viking? What is he?
To fucking die. That's what you wanted. That's why you wanted me to say nothing. And thank God for people like CT that saw through the bullshit. There was no storyline because Raja wasn't there to be a part of the show. Raja was a guest. Raja was my VIP. Raja was there for business.
Question. This is me just throwing it out there. If Raja was your VIP, why did you go to the front after the can incident and tell them he needed a VIP because they were going to give him a VIP as a I'm sorry or as a consolation for getting hit with a beer can? Y'all remember that? If you already had him a VIP. Let me get to this chat real quick. Child, you down to play what really happens when fans trying to get in the ring or attacking wrestlers at the ramp, asking for another day. We'll have to schedule that one. A day when we're doing nothing. I wonder if I get clapped for that. The wrestling company's basically ruined. Yeah, WWE split their affiliation with them. It's not a good look. I think this interview could protect the wrestling company if they don't know he was going to take Raja in. But they knew once they were introduced on there, they knew once they took an accident that happened in the back and they pushed it to the storyline, which gave him a lane for revenge, which made this whole shit shitty. They got some culpability in this. Raja has a lot of facts to help his case. I think so too. But everybody's just going to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I think he does. I don't know that it's going to work, but I think there is something there. This guy's giving him all the proof by running his mouth. This guy here is in third gear of the gimmick. It was a shit show. They were telling Raja, get your receipts, get your get back, get your licks. Told him all of that. Stone Cold in the mix of Rock. Nah, he's like lukewarm and a little crack. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He's not none of that shit. He ain't no fucking Stone Cold, no fucking Rock, none of that shit. Not the Rock, Stone Cold, no. Lukewarm and little crack. Alright.
I then get Raja to the fucking locker room, introducing him to the owner / promoter, whose name I will not mention. He knows who the fuck he is, and that's all that matters.
If you want to find out, Google this shit.
Yeah. I'm not the owner or the promoter. Let's make that clear. I'm the talent. Was. Introduce him. Now, on my way to introducing him to the owner, I had bypassed several wrestlers, several people, several others that were not talent in that locker room. We're talking about outside the fucking venue. A locker room setup outside. Okay? For those that wanted to pander to this idea of this 1980s mentality of kayfabe. Kayfabe is dead, bitches. I don't know if you're aware.
I can't tell because you kayfabing right now. Right now, you all in the gimmick. As far as we're concerned, that's how you move around in your real life. When you go order something from the butcher, that's how you order it from the butcher. That's you holding up kayfabe. You right now, you the Undertaker walking around all dressed in black all of those years, quiet. No? So miss me with the kayfabe is dead. You keeping it alive solely and by yourself. Pebbles. For those that don't know, kayfabe is just the protection of the business in the sense of the storylines, like, you know, good guys, bad guys not driving together, not being seen together, shit like that. Wrestling company trying to intimidate witnesses is a horrifically bad look, indeed. Cowboy dude made sure to get him first row so he could get in, cash in on his receipt when he was supposed to come in, just like when that wrestlers are gonna attack a fan or whatever. You're relentless.
The curtain was pulled back long ago. So stop trying to use that kayfabe bullshit.
You're doing it right now.
Right? And then if you want to talk about kayfabing the fucking boys in the locker room and all that shit, well, don't have your wife in there. Don't have your mama in there. Don't have your girlfriend in there. Don't have your nieces and your nephews and shit in there. They did. But let me bring somebody in that's there for business. That don't really look like everybody else that was in there. Or we got a problem. Yeah.
Which is what it looked like initially.
I want to ask plainly and clearly, in particular about the wrestler that said that he thought that Raja was talent or worker.
I made it very clear who Raja was from the jump. In fact, I introduced Raja before he even fucking walked up into that general vicinity as being the son of Rampage.
I believe you did. Why? Because you couldn't keep yourself from saying it, boy. You were saying that shit all over the place. You know, you were saying it at moments you didn't need to say it. You love saying it. You say it so much you just said it and said he told you, don't worry, things are gonna work out for you. And the next day they did, and 5 minutes later they didn't. Everything fell apart. What the fuck?
A live streamer who is currently rolling right now. Rolling, yeah, his camera's on. As he is live right now. Is that okay?
Who?
He was walked up into that general vicinity as being the son of Rampage and a live streamer who is currently rolling right now.
Cause I think motherfuckers was drunk. Pez, I think they were more lit than we giving them credit for. Undertaker unfortunately missed out on a lot of money to protect his character in the business. Now he's doing interviews, but I don't think it's the same money, and he wrestled through too many injuries yet. Now these guys break themselves into a million pieces by the time they're done. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. If you've been here longer than 10 minutes, then I think we've earned it. All right. If you're in the bathroom sniffing shit, then, sorry, not sorry.
Rolling, yeah, his camera's on.
Whose camera's on? Oh, I see.
Streamer who is currently
I see.
Rampage, and a live streamer who is currently rolling right now. Rolling, yeah, his camera's on, as he is live right now. Is that okay? Oh yeah, his dad's who? Oh, Rampage? Oh yeah, hey, tell him to bring his dad too. Get his dad over here.
Yeah. You was feeling that way too. You was like, nah, I just got the consolation prize, man. I got the son. Fuck.
This is great. It's good for us. It's good for business. It's good for all of us. Go ahead, record whatever you want. And tell me if I'm fucking lying. As the Lord God Almighty is my witness, there will not be a lie that comes out of my mouth.
If you smell what AJ is shit talking. Alright? But I believe that part. I believe they knew. I believe Stu was lit. Stu probably didn't know. Stu legitimately thought dude should sell for him. Stu didn't get straight faced until Raja didn't sell the can. When he didn't sell the can, Stu looked at him like he couldn't believe, like, you ain't gonna sell it. And then he said it verbally, you ain't gonna sell it. And then he said it again, you ain't gonna sell it. You know what I mean? But Thor over here, he said he's not a lie gonna come out his mouth.
Oh, Rampage? Oh, yeah. Hey, tell him to bring his dad too. Get his dad over here. This is great. It's good for us. It's good for business. It's good for all of us. Go ahead, record whatever you want. And tell me if I'm fucking lying. As the Lord God Almighty is my witness, there will not be a lie that comes out of my mouth. So we get past that. All of that is ascertained. He is there on business or for business.
But he's not there to do a work. What's the business? The business is live streaming? Alright, cool.
Not to do business in the show.
Ah, okay.
To promote the show. To promote me. To promote himself. It was a cross-collaborative agreement. Simple as that. Which leads into the next detail. Who are you? What are you doing? The bullying. I'm not going to expound too much on that because it's very fucking sensitive right now, considering the fact that one of my brothers is currently in the hospital.
Wait, what? Everything got sad again? Shout out Matthew. Have you seen the wrestler with the pink hair? Yeah, we covered him right before this. We went through that whole video. Salutes, Matthew. Welcome. If I remember correctly, Stu got mad because he hit Raja with a beer can. Raja not being arrested didn't think it hurt. Didn't act as if it hurt because he's a fighter. He can get struck down for using Kai's name in vain.
Yeah, I said it. My brother. Zip for you. What are you doing? Tell. Which leads into the next detail. Who are you? What are you doing? The bullying. I'm not going to expound too much on that because it's very fucking sensitive right now, considering the fact that one of my brothers is currently in the hospital. Yeah, I said it. My brother.
Oh,
He's got
shit.
the same fucking tattoo on his fucking forearm because he's a cowboy from the fucking 666 Reds, just like myself.
Oh, shit.
Y'all want to suggest that somehow I would set up my own brother? Y'all want to push this fucking narrative?
No
That's
way.
me, not the gimmick. The fucking human being.
Yes, that's a good question. So they made him into a work after the altercation.
After the altercation, yes, sir.
I believe that.
After the fact.
I believe that. They made it a work after the altercation. He's like Macho Man in the sense of his gimmick. Macho Man did that shit mad. Like, well, he became, he took his gimmick, I guess, from day one. I guess you're right. I was gonna say that's years, but come on, man. He wasn't talking like this in the hallway to Raja. You know what I'm saying? Buddy's in the whole gimmick. I don't know. Macho Man is Macho Man. This guy is Cowboy Guy. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, man. Kind of yes. Blah, blah, blah. So I believe that it was turned into a work after. We saw that happen. I just think Stu didn't know what the fuck was going on, and neither did Roger. He was like, "Yo."
After the altercation, yes, sir. After the fact. Now let me get to that.
Hurry up.
Y'all saw the fucking video. I don't even know why there's like questions about this. It is so cut and dry. It's so obvious.
Shout out JP. Oh yeah, I should have worn my Macho Man shirt today, man. What the fuck?
But y'all let these celebrities fucking get on here that you've been marking out for fucking years. Just gaslight the fuck out of you. The proof is in the fucking pudding. Yes, he went too fucking far. We don't have to ascertain whether or not he went too far.
That's what I was trying to say yesterday. Nobody listens. Everybody talk too much.
We're not there yet. Like I said, I'm gonna take you through every fucking experience I had. I'm trying to absolve myself right now of these false allegations that I somehow, what was the term? I prompted or somehow was attempted, attempted murder, an accessory to attempted murder. Now, that's a very fucking serious allegation. AJ said that we no way condone unaliving. You can't say that anymore. Unaliving. All the actions arising. Now, I don't condone everything he done, but there's more to the story than you know.
That's why this.
But here's the thing. Some people could know and just not care, because people will move the goalposts on you all day long. They don't. You can't argue with those. That's what they do all day fucking long.
There's more to the story than you know.
That's why this conversation is so important.
Which is why Pops hit me up like, get your ass to my house. Because I've tried. Like I said, I was told to keep my mouth shut. So I tried to handle it in-house. Most of the entire fucking group is pointing fingers at me saying, that's your boy you're responsible for. I am not responsible for what another grown-ass man decides to do. I'm not. If I have a brother who decides to break into someone else's house and shit in their kitchen sink, is that my responsibility? That would be theirs. Although there is a connection, their actions are not mine. Their actions, I do not pay for. Again, I don't condone it, but I'm not liable.
Man, well, listen here, though. I think things would have been different after the handshake if you wouldn't have stopped in that hallway and told him, hey, I know they said that we work all the time, but you still don't hit somebody with a can. That was some whole shit. You might have exasperated the situation with that. Then you told him, get your receipts, tag your shit, get them good. I'll get in there if you need me. Then the chat gassed him. So you were part of the circumstance. Motherfuckers don't want to be accountable. Yo, no accountability nowhere for nothing.
No. Was there a waiver signed for my match? Was there a waiver signed for any fucking match that I've been in the past 6 fucking years? We're dealing in...
Nah, that's not Rampage. That's CT Fletcher. Sorry. No, that's not Rampage. That's CT Fletcher. CT Fletcher is the guy that this is just his podcast. And he's a respected, weightlifter and he's just a respected person in the community. So he put him on his podcast. But no, Rampage don't want to be seen by cameras right now. Rampage want to be, and he got caught. He got caught at the airport, but he don't want to be seen by cameras right now. But no, that's CT Fletcher.
Facts now. Waiver? Really? You guys saw the fucking video. This is my frustration. Was there a waiver? You saw everything.
But yes, the Baldy is the cowboy dude, yes, for sure. But that's not right.
In the video, that camera never stopped rolling. That camera was on me the entire time. To protect me and to protect Raja. To prevent bullshit speculation. The part in the fucking...
You know when the camera wasn't on you? When you told him you would be there to jump in if he needed you. If the camera wasn't on you then, I ain't see you.
segment. As this was a vignette. Unbeknownst to you motherfuckers that are saying that I put a hit out on him. You didn't know that was a part of the fucking storyline, did you? No. I'm jumping ahead because I'm frustrated. Check it out.
Nah, take your time, brother.
We done already introduced the owner and Raja. Raja recognized some of the talent because Raja has been following my career since I fucking started in professional wrestling. You know why? Because it was Raja. It was Pops here. It was my unks. It was Rampage that pulled up to my very first fucking wrestling match 6 years ago. So there was certain talent there in the locker room. Raja's like, oh shit.
I don't know, man. So he talking like he has a very close relationship with Rampage. Rampage talked about him like he was just Raja's coach. Like he ain't know him. Yeah, Raja had a hot mic the entire time. He took off that mic solely to get in the ring. Yeah, I wasn't around for that era, JP. He's trying to cover his ass, but it's all on video. He made the call and gave the okay for all of that. And yeah, I saw it. Everybody trying to wash their hands, put that shit on Raja.
Such and such. Oh,
I get it. He tweaked.
Shit, you're such and such. And then up walks someone. Don't worry about them. You know who I am? Oh, no, I don't know who you are. Well, you should. I'm such and such. I don't know who the fuck that is. Pop! Need I say more? That wasn't a work. That wasn't a fucking storyline. That was a fucking shoot.
I felt like that the first time I saw it. First time I saw it, I thought it was a shoot. Then I saw the context of how the conversation started. Then I heard him instantly say, "You're not going to sell it?" Now, if that was a shoot, you would think he would follow up with another punch after that. If that was real, if he was hitting him in the head with a can because he was envious and salty that he didn't know who he was, this guy said, that's why I can't take this guy serious now. I couldn't take him serious before, but I'm saying, if it was a shoot, why did he stop? His eyes blew up and the first thing he said was, "You ain't gonna sell it?" And I feel like he even said, "Oh, you ain't gonna sell it?" Like he looked at him like, "Damn, how dare you not sell my shit?" Did he not get the reaction he wanted? He didn't throw the follow-up punch? If it's a shoot, you would think it's gonna be more than just a beer can, right? A beer can and then a left hand? Or you just gonna stand there and say, "You're not gonna sell it?" I ain't seen that shit. Well, yeah, the Travis I seen. That shit was trash, though. When I saw Raja's reaction to it, I knew it wasn't a shoot. Yeah, nah. Well, here's the thing. This guy's... To Raja, it was a shoot. To Dude, it was a work. to this guy, now he's saying, dude wasn't working. That was a shoot. But I don't believe him. Disingenuous. Trying to blame everything on Raja. Be a man. Own up for what's your responsibility. That's why people, that's the way people are these days. No one accepts responsibility. Hell no. But now he said, I don't believe that. I think Stu was literally in the work. I thought at the beginning that it was a shoot too. Now it could have been. He could have disguised it. Cowards would do that shit. Coward would hit you. See, he didn't really get you. But it seemed like a work shot, you know? So I don't believe this guy. Didn't earlier, but definitely don't believe him now.
Pop! Need I say more? That wasn't a work. That wasn't a fucking storyline. That was a fucking shoot. For those that are offended at the fact that I just told the truth, fuck you. Because now my fucking life is ruined over your lies. So fuck you.
Before we went live, you were talking. If you're okay talking about it, just how this has impacted your life, your personal life.
I got a call from my fucking job. We saw the TMZ video. You're an accessory to an attempted murder. We gotta let you go. I can't fucking wrestle anymore.
Everybody wants to
I'm gonna pay my fucking bills because y'all niggas want clickbait.
So clearly, the one point that I really want to overemphasize is that he knew beforehand that Raja was not a worker. He was not a worker. He knew that beforehand. But if you just look at the video, it looks like, oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't know. But from somebody that was there, that's not the truth.
Yep, and that's hearing that side of the story is the part that I really have an issue with now. Go ahead.
You can see in the video where the promoter goes, "Whoa, well, you know what? We're so sorry," and they're trying to work the shit out of Raja.
Yeah, so then he's saying that it was a shoot. He's saying that they planned to force a work on Raja. That's what he's saying. He's saying that the NY and Stu, that they were gonna were in cahoots to push a work on Raja. That's what he's saying. This I couldn't put together. If he came out and said I wanted to. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say. Look up.
Yo vivo tranquila con los perros. ¡Cállate, hijueputa!
I'm so sorry that happened to you. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Look. I know you're hot. Just calm down. We're gonna work this out. What they were really saying was, we don't want a lawsuit. So we need an alibi, and we need an alibi quick. Because a fan just got assaulted. We need an alibi now. Mm-hmm. Think quickly.
He's explaining the answer to your question right now. It says, okay, if Raja was not a worker, then why was he in the ring? Listen to this.
I'm getting to it right damn now.
Because he did not go there to get in the ring. He never said he was there to get in the ring.
We need an alibi. What's the alibi? Fuck, what's the alibi? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a worker. I'm sorry.
And listen, don't put it past wrestlers to be like, oh, you want to bring a camera back here? Cool, we're going to put something on your camera. And we're going to make something out of this. Don't put it past them. So here's how we do, for those that are new. We take out everybody's bullshit, and then we separate it from the bullshit, and we find what's real and put it together. So they wanted to use Raja's celebrity status to gain views by getting at him and provoking him. That's what he's saying. He's saying that amongst that promotion, that they were going to force a work on Raja. See, but he's contradicting himself, because then he's saying, now they're worried about lawsuits. Bro, he hit him in the head. So they're not worried about lawsuits. If they're working him, then it was a work from the beginning to get him in the ring. To get him in the ring. Not to not get sued, to get him in the ring. So all of that apologies and all that stuff had to be to continue the shit and to make sure they gave him the opportunity to get in the ring. It's a very, very tangled web all of these goofballs are weaving.
Really?
A lot of envy and hate and fucking tights and shit involved.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Roger was concussed the day before.
Really? Are we good? We good? Roger's like, nah, we ain't good. The fuck, you just cracked me over the fucking head. Not with a prop. Can I borrow that, please?
Yeah, clear that up for me, because everybody's saying it was a prop.
It's not a work. It was not a fucking gimmicked can. It was a can. What, you think they throw Stone Cold gimmick cans? No. If you were standing in front of a stranger with a can who swings at you, wouldn't you just stand there and let him hit you? Raja let him hit him. And Raja's trained at fighting. Raja was in on it? No. Raja was the only one not in on it. And he says he wasn't in on it, but then why you know everything was a work, right? But Raja, no. Raja was not in on it. Reason Raja didn't fire back on him, you got to think about Raja's mentality. You got to think that maybe some sense ran through his head. Maybe he's still confused. Maybe his bell was rung. He's definitely still concussed. Maybe he's threat assessment and saying, if I fire on this motherfucker, they all going to poke me up in here. Maybe he's thinking if the police end up, if I beat the shit out this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something went through his head, but everybody's holding him and stopping him. He was sitting there trying to control his rage. I think he would have been better off if he would have fired on dude right when dude hit him with the can. But I'm sure a lot of things went through his head. He didn't want to be the fuck up. Then they gave him mad green light here, green light there, told him they're going to give him what they want. And then gassed him in the hallway and said, oh, they just fed. This guy basically told him in the hallway, fuck what they talking about. They just gamed you. Because they're saying that we always working, and I'm saying we don't ever do no crazy shit like that, hit somebody in the head with a fucking can. Everything he's saying is only helping Raja. He told him to get receipts. Indeed he did. I believe Stu was in his feelings because Raja was on the microphone live saying it didn't hurt. Nah, JP, you got to understand something. Think about it. Stu didn't do nothing to him after the can, JP. He said, Shah, I believe Stu was in his feelings because Raja was on the microphone saying live, saying it didn't hurt. I don't even think Stu was paying attention to that stream. If anybody was paying attention to that stream and they didn't say nothing, they should be brought up on charges too, if they were there. But Stu, after the handshake, Stu was done with the situation, went on about his match. So he didn't do nothing after that to show that he was in his feelings. You understand? The next time we see Stu, he's in a wrestling match, and then he's out taking 23 shots to the dome. So no. Definitely concussed. He should have fired off. And there at least would have been a self-defense argument. But he kept it chill to a degree. Because, think about this. He don't want to get locked up. And then they give him a green light and say, we'll let you get in the ring and fuck him up. It's the exact words they used on him. It's the exact words they used. And he instantly said, hell yeah. Maybe another bad decision. But it's what they offer him. Right? Yeah, Stu let Raja pick him up. Yeah. Stu didn't have nothing to do with nothing after the fucking handshake.
Cam.
I'm getting to that right now. Sorry I ain't got a can. I wish I did. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ruin some water here. Okay. Let me give you a little secret about professional wrestling. When it comes to a beer can, you know what I'm gonna do with a beer can? Excuse me for a second. It's time to play fucking attorney real quick. What I'm gonna do with a fucking prop, if I want to make a beer can a prop that's not gonna hurt, or cause a mess or lacerations or anything, I'm going to empty the fucking liquid out. Look at the video. The shit exploded over the temple of Raja's head. You know why? Because they didn't empty it out. And it didn't flat out like that. You know why? It was a fresh fucking beer. Hello? What is alcohol doing in the fucking locker room? Why are we getting intoxicated before the fucking show? Every fucking show for 6 years. Until
there was some liquid in it. It wasn't closed, but it wasn't empty. Because he had to wipe that shit off. That shit sprayed everywhere.
Tell me if I'm lying, motherfucker, because I did it with you. Yeah, that was I. Why are we getting intoxicated before the fucking show? Every fucking show for 6 years. And tell me if I'm lying, motherfucker, because I did it with you. Yeah, that part. You want to bury me? You're all coming down with me. I'm that motherfucker.
Let me say this is my thing. If I Pops, how many wrestling events have we been to? We've been to a few of them backstage.
Yeah, we've been to.
He said nearly empty. Yeah, but no, it definitely had liquid in it because the buddy was wiping his face. But yes, okay, we'll say nearly empty. It was a bit in Stu's mind, him knowing Raja was gonna get serious. JP, there's no. I'm sure Raja being a trained fighter, like an MMA fighter, it would be mad illegal if a trained fighter uses their training against someone who isn't like the entertainment wrestler. I don't even know what the fuck you say. I feel like sometimes you word these things to confuse me. But it's illegal for two motherfuckers that can't fight to whoop each other's ass, same as it is for two motherfuckers that know how to fight, who know how to whoop each other's ass, same legalities all the way around. It's simple. They were all wrong, and Raja definitely needs to stay away from the internet and fix mental health. He's been over consumed by the cons of social media. Tell Miguel Rodriguez. I agree. He never had no business on live stream. He should have just been training to fight. His father should have been doing the kick and left him to his shit. That's it. But it's more complicated than that right now.
If I'm walking backstage and a motherfucker hit me in the head with a can, we fight right then and there.
Yeah,
I don't the issue I have with the initial parts of this is why would you, again, even if you assume he's a worker, why would you just walk up to somebody and hit him in the fucking head with a can? That part I don't understand that and how people are trying to justify that shit. Again,
I'm gonna answer that right now.
Since you already told me that you introduced him to everybody, so they
worry,
knew
I got you. I understand why you're upset. Trust me, I totally understand that. And don't y'all think I'm trying to justify what was done. By no means am I trying to fucking justify this shit because it was fucked up. It was fucked up from the start. The finish was all fucked up. That wasn't even a part of the story. But let me get to that, please. Before y'all judge me any further, just please let me fucking explain. Because I was a big part of this shit.
Come on, man. I was a big part of this shit. At the beginning of this, he said, I was only on the video a total of 8 minutes. It's a 2-hour video. Shut the fuck up.
No, mommy's wait.
This shit. Promoter says, since this is already on camera, and you can go watch it for yourself, like I said, the tape never stopped running. Mm-hmm. Since this is already on film, let's go ahead and use it. Let's make it a part of the show. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, I'll give you a chance to go in on during his match and, you get your lick back.
Anyway, told him, fuck him up. And you told him, get your receipt.
You see, I said receipt. Mm-hmm. I didn't say lick back. Mm-hmm. I said receipt.
He also said lick back, and he said fuck him up. He used the words fuck him up.
You know what a receipt is? Here,
I'll do it in pro wrestling.
I'll do it to myself.
Explain that for the people.
I'll do it. I will literally give myself a receipt right now. You ready? That's a receipt, bitch.
Yeah, well, you talking to a motherfucker that ain't about that receipt shit. He about whooping ass. He's a fucking mixed martial arts fighter. So I thought it was illegal if Mike Tyson and John Jones. No, man, that shit is a myth. All of this shit that hands are registered as lethal weapons, that shit's not real. I thought it was illegal if Mike Tyson and John Jones laid hands on, let's say, a professional wrestler or a civilian without consent. Just like any other fight. It wouldn't be no... Now, can the jury go sit down and be like, oh, well, this guy's a fucking trained fighter, and use that as their, as part of their criteria? I guess so. But there is no such thing as different rules or different laws for motherfuckers that know how to throw them things. You know what I mean? There's nothing different. That shit is so bullshit that Chael Sonnen started selling what's it called? Like a certificate. And it said, my hands are fucking registered as lethal weapon. No, but that shit is same drama. Okay, throw his ass in jail. He should be in jail just for his fucking wrestling gimmick. Put him straight to jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
And said if they had a problem, he would get in the ring himself. And then what did he do? Went off to a closet with somebody and shit and disappeared.
That's all the fuck I told Roger.
Yeah, explain that for the people who
I'll
may
do
not
it. I
know.
will literally give myself a receipt right now. You ready? That's a receipt, bitch. That's all the fuck I told Roger to do.
No, you told Roger specifically a receipt, and you told him to tag that motherfucker, but he don't know what that means. He don't play this game. Also, I like CT Fletcher, but that whole live stream is so contradicting. They're just yapping, and they're ending their sentence with, but we are not defending Roger's actions in any way. Everybody's just covering their own ass.
The only thing I told Roger to do was give him a fucking receipt because that's what the promoter wanted to do, to fucking be done. The promoter sent me away with Roger to work out the details. Watch the video. I didn't tell him to go beat that man. One punch.
Work out the details. You didn't tell him nothing. Roger went through what he was going to do in the match with the chat. He didn't go through it with you. All you said was, they said that we're always working. So you reinforce. He just said, got his apology. He just shook hands. And then you told him, those guys just played you. That's what you told them when you said, they say we're always working, but we never hit nobody with no cannon, no shit. That's what you did. You gassed them right there. You know what I'm saying? Shit changed. He's like, okay, I just shook hands, cool. And then he told him, get your fucking receipt, get your receipt, all of this shit. But at no point did you tell him, hey, double leg him, do this, do that. We had that argument about the audio. In the audio, he said, who told you to double leg him? You didn't tell him nothing. You just told him, get your receipt. In his eyes, receipt is smash some shit up.
Him to go beat that man. One punch.
You should have told him that.
Fuck.
You should have told him that. You should have told him that. You should have told him that. You got one shot. You got one shot. You could potato. They call it a potato. You could potato him while he's standing, and he'll go down. That's it. He should have told him that. He didn't tell him that. He didn't tell him that. True, but this has been going on for a long time. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, entertainment has failed me. I thought I had heard somewhere, never engage or use your skills. It might have been a karate movie. Yeah, it's some bullshit. No, but they've been saying that shit. It's like the fucking rumors that you heard growing up as a kid. Same shit. Same shit. Dude messed up, took extra 20 punches. Dude didn't tell him to give him one. I don't know CT, but he needed to take control of the interview. No, he letting dude get off. He's letting him make a fool of himself. Listen, you don't let nobody, he's doing what he's doing. He got let. This cowboy is literally playing a persona. He's acting and it's fake, in my opinion. He's just talking with his gimmick and telling his truth. Oh, he was talking to the chat. Nah, I don't know what. Oh, true. But this is going on for too long. Yeah. Let him talk his shit. I just want to see him get past the 20 shots, and I'm waiting for him to get to where the fuck he was at.
I seen a little. You seen the video that I sent you, the clip where Roger was live streaming, and he said that they didn't tell me to pull punches, or they didn't tell me, tell me.
No, they pulled him aside after we hashed everything out. They pulled him aside. By the way, that video where I'm telling Roger to fucking hit homeboy, that was a part of the fucking build up to what was about to happen later.
Get the fuck out of here. Now it was a work. Part of the build up. Come on, man. Is it a build up? Is it not a build up? What's a work? What's not a work? What are we talking about here? You're right. He says Roger doesn't know about wrestling, but yet proceeds to tell him cold word receipt. Yeah, he didn't tell him give him one shot. And Roger explained. That's why I'm saying that in the video of him live, and they're saying premeditation. Yes, he is premeditating what he's going to do, but he is also believing in full belief that he got a green light.
On in the fucking show, just so you know.
Oh, just so we know now his part where he told him to get the receipt, that's a work. That's not, that was not real. Come on, man.
They pulled him aside after we hashed everything out. They pulled him aside. By the way, that video where I'm telling Roger to fucking hit homeboy, that was a part of the fucking build up to what was about to happen later on in the fucking show. Just so you know. Somebody pulled him aside after and then says to him, and you can fucking get this validated as well. Pulled him aside, some fucking jabroni from the fucking goddamn bullshit production team comes up to him and says, No. Don't just throw one punch. Fucking slam him and keep hitting him until we come in there and pull you off. Now, who the fuck set that up?
Well, who said that? Where's that on the tape? I didn't see that on the tape. I heard Roger say that.
And guess where I was? Nowhere in the fucking building. You know why? Because I was getting ready for my match. I had a match. I was fucking getting fucking dressed out, getting ready to fucking hit the road for another fucking gig. So I was out of there. I had nothing to do with the show from that point on.
The only time, and we would have to check the live stream, right? We'd have to check the live stream. The only time he spoke to someone else that I saw was when he went into that room and he said, when you going to tell me? He said, I'm going to come sit behind you and tell you, right? There's a point in that where he takes his mic off. Maybe dude said it to him while he was sitting there, right? Maybe while he was sitting there, whatever, right? He was still, he was telling them that, but I didn't see that. Roger was still fighting when he got pulled off. I believe after the slam, Roger went, it pulled off or not pulled off. Now, I think at that point he snapped. At that point he was just gonna keep swinging. Pulled him off or not pulled him off. By the time he shouldn't have been there. After the can, it should have been over. If they would have never offered him a spot, he would have probably left, and he probably should have left. If they didn't offer him a spot.
When my shit was done, I was out. So for y'all insinuating that I said
when your shit was done, you was out. When you told him if they got a problem, I jump in. So was it a work? Was it not a work?
So
he hasn't been arrested.
But I was out of there.
No, that's too easy to ask that question right now. It's too much bull. Everybody talking too much bullshit. It was a work, not a work. I'm saying it was a work to them. It was receipts for Raja. Pull me off this motherfucker because I'm gonna get as many as I can get. And by that point, he flipped out. He shouldn't have been in there. That's when he flipped out. He lost his shit. It was an investigation. The police decided not immediate action was necessary. We'll see. No wonder that company going under. They can't get their shit together. There's Raja's video stream. Where's Cowboy video? Where Raja fucked up was asking the chat what he should do. He should have left. And the chat was gassing him. The chat want to see you crash and burn.
I had nothing to do with the show from that point on.
What happened? You said you was going to jump in. Why you had nothing to do with the show?
My shit was done. I was out. So for y'all insinuating that I set this shit up, you're fucking wrong.
We got to stop.
Lost his shit, but it was planned. what he considered was a green light. It's a convoluted situation, I know, but the fuck, yeah. He said clearly what he felt he had the green light to do, and said he felt he had the green light to do it.
With this kayfabe shit, this is beyond like all this. No
kayfabe is dead. Shut the fuck up. Kayfabe is dead.
All right, so
dumb.
Again, I suggest
everybody go watch.
Go watch I just finished watching the hour and 45-minute live stream. Before y'all start talking shit, go watch that shit first. And again, nobody.
What you mean? What no kayfabe? What I'm supposed to kayfabe this shit to protect them? Fuck you. Y'all niggas watching me burn. Y'all told me to shut up and not say nothing.
Boom. Answer that question. How did he know what a receipt is? So we discussed how even in actual professional wrestling, boxing, and UFC, they all keep going with the punches, even when someone is knocked out, and even the refs have difficulty pulling them apart. That's exactly what the conversation we had yesterday. Yep. Doesn't mean no action, just mean no immediate action. Probably investigating still. Oh, I'm sure. They're doing what we doing. CT, why you say fuck me for? Answer that question though. How he know what a receipt is? Stop worrying about kayfabe and all that bullshit.
Just so I can fucking get buried. Fuck y'all. No, I ain't shutting up about nothing. I'm telling the whole fucking truth. Like it or not. And if you don't like it, pull up, bitch. I ain't got nothing to lose. Pull up. Motherfucker.
Lights Out Podcast, I'm going to have to boot you from this shit because these comments is getting ridiculous. You're talking to somebody who is actually a professional wrestler. So, and people have been saying this for years. Kayfabe has been dead. Fuck all that shit.
The fucking truth, and they just don't want to accept it.
AJ's a professional wrestler. He also whoop ass for real too. He's a fighter also. Don't you train over there?
Come for me, nigga. I'm a Marine too. Come for me.
Go get your fucking.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Marine.
Come for me.
Trains,
come on. Bring it. I'm ready. I'm laced. I am fucking fit to be tied, homie. Come on.
You train with the McKees, don't you?
Sure do. Since I was 14 fucking years old.
Get to the question.
Fucking nail that y'all didn't want me to hit. And you think fucking comments previously regarding how this actually built up, I think I just fucking hit the nail on the fucking head. The fucking nail that y'all didn't want me to hit, and you know who you are. But fuck you. You tried to ruin me with a lie. Fuck you.
And this is why I say people go watch the video. Please go watch the video because all this, I watched the whole video and not one time during that video that I think, and mind you, AJ, I've never met you. I don't know you from a can of paint, but never once did I watch that whole video and say, this is AJ's fault. We should blame AJ for this. To me, the promotion and Raja himself
say that shit again
are the two responsible parties in this matter. And my thing is this,
especially now that dude just said when he told him to get the receipt, it was a work. Come on, man. Everybody's just shucking responsibility, but that's human nature, right?
Actually, the promotion.
Everybody talk about how stand up they are until it's time to stand up.
How the fuck do you bring somebody in who's not a worker and then tell them, hey, we're going to make this a storyline, and then the shit gets out of hand and you not
watch the video. Who told Roger to throw the punch? Watch the fucking video.
That's what I'm telling people.
Here, I'll give you a hint. You ready? And I quote, get in there and fuck that motherfucker up. Did that come out of my mouth? No, came out of the promoter's mouth. Fuck you.
Indeed it did. He likes that move. He clap his fuck yous together and shit.
Yeah. I'm because I know a lot of the individuals involved and closely associated with the situation. So it was no rush to judgment on my part.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want to hear this dumb shit do.
Promoter. I carried out orders. I'm not the promoter. I carried out orders. That's all. I was given a script in which to work out and implement into the show, and then later pulled from that segment. It's not my fault. I made peace in this fucking puzzle.
Wait, he was
Again.
pulled from the segment. That's why he wasn't there, because it was a work. But I thought it was a shoot. Jesus Christ.
I'm not the promoter. I was carrying out the order of the promoter that wanted to implement an individual into the show. I'm not Raj's coach. Nigga, I got a coach. I ain't a coach. The only thing I coach is children. And I can't
Raja called you his coach.
do that no more. You know why? Because y'all out here trying to make me an accessory to attempted murder. So thanks for fucking everything
Let
up
me
for
ask
me.
you a question to this comment that just popped up on the screen. Look, guys, another crash out with no accountability.
See that shit?
What accountability? He invited his friends
Crash
to a
out.
show.
I speak very passionately. I'm not crashing out. Y'all trolls. Y'all
The
dumb as fuck.
accountability is
Y'all
AJ,
dumb as
myself,
fuck.
Mike, everybody is here on this live.
We don't give a fuck.
I explained to him what it meant to fucking have to give a receipt.
Here we go.
Are saying that's the accountability.
But my thing is, I ain't the one that told him to do that shit.
Absolutely.
I explained to him what it meant to fucking have to give a receipt.
Okay.
Raja's not a
That was
professional.
Raja Rampage did call him Raja's coach, and Raja called him his. Raja said my lifting coach.
Yeah,
To give a receipt. That shit.
absolutely.
I explained to him what it meant to fucking have to give a receipt.
You didn't explain what it meant. You told him to give his receipt.
Okay.
Raja's not a professional wrestler.
That was gonna be my next question to you. When
From
you, and I know
the
you're
world of pulling punches.
Shout out Miguel Rodriguez. Why is the co-host so mad about the comments? I'll be mad about the comments when I'm co-hosting a show on our cartel channel with other people on it. Because sometimes it's about the conversation and it's not personal. You know what I'm saying?
And coming close, and
Yeah, he is very offended. It's like this the new wrestling 3-man tag.
and selling. In his world, MMA, they don't sell a motherfucking thing. They do the shit for real.
Period.
So you asking a cat that beat ass for real to go in here and sell and be a worker.
As a cover-up, so there was no lawsuit. Oops, I'm sorry. Did that slip out my mouth? Was I not?
See, but now you're saying so there was no lawsuit, right? He's contradicting himself. He said those wrestlers hit him on purpose. It was a shoot. They did it on purpose, right? But they did it to force him into a work. But then he's saying he did it and they were avoiding a lawsuit. Which one? Did they want to hit him or did they not want to hit him? Did they just want him to get in the ring?
Supposed to say that part? Yeah. It's easy to cover for y'all, but when one of your so-called boys is getting fucking buried, radio silence. Didn't nobody fucking stand up for me. Didn't nobody fucking defend me, so fuck y'all.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull
Put
up
in
something
court what?
real quick.
I'm prepared for that too.
Get it, but they're focusing on it like it's not to draw attention to their lives. They tweaking.
Oh, what I can prove? Hey, guess what? I got all the footage, dumbasses. Y'all got the edits. Y'all got the edits. I have the originals.
I ain't got no edit. We saw the whole shit.
Oh,
I skimmed
yeah.
through the motherfucker though.
I can't wait for court. Trust me. Counter-suing, bitch. Counter-suing.
Oh, you saying that he's getting frustrated with the comments to sidetrack? Yeah, they don't have to point out none of the fucking comments that's asking him the right questions. Cause dude asked him, "What's up with that receipt? Why'd you expect him to know what a receipt was? You didn't tell him one shot a potato. You didn't tell him one. You told him tag that motherfucker shit. The other one told him go in there and fuck that motherfucker up.
By the way, damn good lord.
Any attorney gonna tell Cowboy shut the fuck
No,
up.
I'm with you, Kong. I agree. Like my thing is
Defamation,
this: I had my initial opinions on the shit that I saw, the clips I saw, and my thing, and I said from the jump, I was like, hey, I don't know how this dude is going to escape any kind of jail time. They're saying the LAPD is investigating this whole situation. I just don't see how. Because honestly, the slam,
My life is
the
fucking
initial,
ruined, bro.
yeah,
Straight
the
up.
initial slam looked like it knocked him out.
My whole
From the jump.
fucking life is ruined, man.
Because from the initial slam, it looked like he was knocked out.
To go in there and get your, your payback and your receipt, knowing that he's not a pro wrestler, he don't know how to fake this shit. I mean, somebody got to be, you can't do that.
And that's where the promotion is going to be held.
Motherfucking chain.
And that's where the promotion is going to be held negligent for that, because me growing up a wrestling fan, and if I'm sitting next to AJ and he said, because AJ, let me ask you this: when you told him to give the receipt, you flat out just said that you explained to him what a receipt was, so he knew what it was, right?
He said he had about a receipt. He actually got
the receipt. You explained to him how the receipt works, because I think, yeah.
But then, okay, so excuse me, this is what we call a work shoot. So a work shoot is
fuck what you call it. Don't explain it to us. Did you explain it to him? He just asked you that. You said yes. We didn't see that. We just saw you tell him to get a receipt.
You take something real and you work it into the actual segment to blur the lines between falsehood and reality. So what I was doing in that video was a work shoot. I took a real situation and I flipped it, right, to make it a part of the show. So you'll see in the video where we're laughing. We got past all the bull.
So let me ask you something. Since you're saying that it's a work shoot, you took something in the show to make it. So you're saying that it was a work when you told him, hey, those guys played you back there because they say we're working, but they never hit nobody with cans. So that was a work too? This guy's full of shit.
Bullshit, and then we all okay. And then I was like, man, you done fucked up because now we got to bring in Rampage. Rampage gonna whoop that ass.
You see? That's all he wanted. That's all they all wanted. Remember, he said it that day, right after it happened. Well, now you got Rampage involved because that's his son. That's his boy. You a nut hugger, bro. Rampage fanboy.
Where we're laughing. We got past all the bullshit, and then we all okay. And then I was like, man, you done fucked up because now we got to bring in Rampage. Rampage gonna whoop that ass. You fucking with his son, and then we're laughing. And then I went from laughing to pissed because the camera was still rolling. So I'm like, fuck, I got to work the camera, right? So then I'm like, remember what a receipt is? I'm in character now. Remember what a receipt is?
I'm a character now.
Fucking receipt, man. Fucking, I'm telling them.
You didn't tell him shit, bro. You just gave us a performance, bro, to throw us off the fact that you didn't tell him shit.
What a receipt is? I'm in character now. Remember what a receipt is? Fucking receipt, man. Fucking, I'm telling them. Give him one. Give it to him fucking hard.
Give him one, yeah. That's some bullshit. Uh-oh. Get him, Zoraida. I love it. All right? Couldn't happen to a better guy. Get him. Let's see. Give him the green light to go at the top. If you're drawn in, stay off social media. I was only 8 minutes of the video. Yeah, the eight most important parts. Sorry, layman's terms. They provoked Raja to get him in the ring. Yep. Cowboy egged Raja into getting in the receipts. Yep, and his lick back. Once the non-wrestler gets in the ring, somehow Raja at fault. Yeah, I mean, it's a slippery slope. It's not as black and white as the people say it is. People might believe these lies had we not seen different. A lot of people are gonna believe it no matter what they see. If they didn't have a camera, Raja would have never been there. I don't know about that. You guys act like live streamers don't go nowhere when they're off camera. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be in the gym, right? He gonna run into this fucking cowboy guy in the gym, right? He got a wrestling show. Why not go to it? So, I don't agree with that. That's why no one's been arrested, because it's a work in cop's eyes. They always working, set on the camera. But anybody who believes that those shots to dude's faces are what, you can't believe that. He's in the hospital. There's truth and facts in that right there. All right. So you're not even knowledgeable about the laws. You never gave him instructions on the terminal. He even tried to put the word watch on him. Give him one. You so full of shit. Shut the fuck up. It being in the ring is already a hard case for assault or attempted unaliving. Man, bro, there's proof in scars and shit. ECW, yeah. Yep. All right, listen.
If anybody got a fucking problem with it, I'ma be there. Nigga, I ain't gonna be there. I wasn't even in that. But I'm working this story.
Oh, you heard that? I'm not even gonna be there. I wasn't in it, so it was a work when he said I was gonna be. So let me ask you something, Cowboy. Was it a work when you called him and said, why'd you do that, bro? We can't wake him up. Was that a work too?
Give it to him fucking hard. If anybody got a fucking problem with it, I'ma be there. Nigga, I ain't gonna be there. I wasn't even in that. But I'm working this storyline.
Put that other question back up, Mike, can you?
Which one?
The one that was in yellow.
So I'll just keep I wasn't even gonna be involved.
Yeah, this one.
When I figured out, like, from a vet to a vet. Okay, can I say something?
Yes,
Go ahead.
I was out of the fucking building. I didn't even know this shit was happening.
Hey, stupid. You don't invite your boy there, or you don't go do business or whatever. That thought that was your homeboy. You don't leave, bro.
Wasn't in the building. Watch the footage. Don't pull that vet shit with me. I wasn't anywhere around.
Okay, this is enough. We got everything we're gonna get from him, unless he gets to the phone call. Let's get to the phone call.
Might as well just go masturbate. A lot of baits. Just baiting this, baiting that. Don't want to deal with facts.
Stu would have been less likely to work with Raja. His chat would have not been able to get his goal. You're saying if Stu would have said no? I'm not understanding. Rampage would have not seen it and fueled the fire more. I think there was a lot of fuel. All the fuel. His fucking father, his fucking concussion, his natural rage, all of that shit.
Facts, dude. Y'all are fucking funny as fuck.
All right. And this dude is crashing out. It's not a crash out. He's
all right, enough. He's just yelling and shit. If anybody got any fucking, what's it called? If anybody got any timestamps, let me know. I'm gonna play this for a second. I'm gonna go get me something to drink. You remember what a receipt is, but you missed explaining that to the guy getting in the ring, and he just insinuated to dude that he explained it, but he didn't. We didn't. We saw it. If Raja didn't have a camera with those events, would not have happened. So you're saying if he didn't have a camera, Stu doesn't hit him with the can? And that Stu hit him with the can because he thought... That's why I don't believe this guy saying that was all a work. I believe Stu thought it was a work. Unless they said, hey, bro, Stu, we need you to get Rampage's son gassed up so we get him in the ring tonight. So we can get Rampage in here eventually and work this storyline. But I don't know if I see that. I think Stu took it upon himself, went into business for himself, fucked up. Shit went left. He said he did it over the camera. But you're saying if the camera wasn't there, it would have never started none of that shit. I think that's what you're saying. I think Stu knew he was going to get smashed to oblivion. Is that hardcore wrestling? Nah. Even in hardcore, you don't get punched in the face like that. I'm sorry. That's some mixed martial arts shit. That you don't take. I don't care how long or what hardcore wrestling. There's hardcore, they hit you with shit, they blow you up, there's fire, they rip each other up with barbed wire. But you're not taking those punches. Those ain't work punches. The work or even the receipt going too far, in my humble opinion, is when Brock Lesnar cracked Randy Orton with his elbows. This cowboy, nobody is flip-flopping frosted flakes, pancakes wrestling. Because he just left the hospital is probably the main reason why he hasn't been arrested. It's a medical condition that snowballed. Because you think Raja just left the hospital? They can and would have been less likely, but those others will not have. The entertainers will grab limelight. Yeah, with the camera on, I get it. So infuriating. Weren't going to be involved. You set him up, telling him if anything happens, I'll step in. But he's saying that was a work. How much of this, when you see how they turned it on and turned it back off, how much of this turn on, turn off switch does Raja know in this fucky ass business? Fuck out of here.
Crash
out.
He was there.
Y'all motherfuckers like y'all tried to ruin my life. That's what this is about.
And I guarantee you, anybody else in his situation will be doing the same fucking exact thing. You lose your job and your fucking career over this shit.
Yeah. They ain't trying to hear me. They don't want to hear a nigga. They just want to save the great white hope.
Yeah, this man's life and his well-being is on the line. Why the fuck wouldn't he be hot about this shit? I'd be 38 hot about this shit too if I was being blamed for it. Like, y'all gotta chill with that kind of shit, man.
Did he just call Stu the
It's not
great
even
white
about
hope?
being trolled, man. It's about stating.
How you gonna shit on Stu? Listen, if this wasn't a work and Stu just made a mistake, I don't got no blame on Stu. Less than all of them, I blame him. Co-host tripping. Yeah, we're gonna get them the fuck out of here. A lot of fuel and a lot of people who dropped the ball. Did he leave the hospital? No, Stu didn't. I thought Zorada was talking about Raja, but I don't think Raja ever went to the hospital. It's a rough situation. And people got different takes. Some people can't handle different takes. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Yep, lost most of his teeth. Let's get this the fuck out of here. I don't think he got nothing else to offer. Let's see. Let me give it a scroll real quick. Uh-oh, let me see something. Just checking if there's any updates. They all got limelight for the wrong reason. Jesus. Quentin returned to kick streaming. For real? Quentin should get the fuck. I know he got legal, commitments. Coño. Did you hear Chael Sonnen's take on why he wasn't arrested? I heard Chael saying, he kind of egging the rest around, saying, hey, man, just tell him it was a work and everything's good. No, Stu's ass got to be in the hospital for a little bit. Yeah, Mr. Beast is offering to help pay for the guy's medical bills publicly instead of contacting him privately. Everybody is a whore. They're all whores. Me, I just want to get to the truth. And if the kid is a monster, I want to expose him for being a monster. That's who I am. That's what I do on the other channel. All right? If he's a monster, I want to expose him for being a monster. If he's not a monster, I want to expose the fucking dorks for, falsely accusing him of being a monster. Period. Alright. Let's check out a couple of reactions. Mark Henry had an interesting reaction. From what I hear, I haven't seen it. We'll do Chael's. Let's see who I got right here. Brain swelling and major motor skill issues. It's not good, man. I feel sorry for Buddy. Chael beat the shit out of a civilian too. Chael's a piece of shit though. You know what I'm saying? Chael's a grown piece of shit. like an old piece of shit. I meant that he'd just been discharged with a concussion. But here's the thing. Did Raja even go to the hospital over the concussion? Probably not. And all the events that followed snowballed and everyone else involved in the drop ball. I don't know that he went to the hospital. He said he was going to go Monday, remember? Chael said basically it's not up to us to say when the work ends and reality starts. Chael's not the person that I'm going to listen to. Chael's very loose with the truth. I'm not going to listen to him in matters of that kind of shit. I'll listen to other wrestlers, though. Ones that have had big careers. Hope Stu has a speedy recovery. I agree. You know, I think people thought I was being flippant about Stu yesterday. Nah, I was just frustrated with the fucking trolls. You know, so y'all put me in a fucking mood. But at first, I was like, man, fuck Stu. Because I thought Stu was just... But if it was a genuine mistake... Him walking up to him and doing all of that, okay. But you can't control how people are going to react to the shit that you do to them. Mistake or not. He's not out of the woods yet. Indeed, he's not. He didn't, but he should have had, but he should have after the head kick. I forgot what we're talking about. All right, let me see. I can't trust any wrestler. They're always in character. Just fucking some of them. Damn, they're gonna clap the shit out of me. Let's see what Mark Henry got to say. Oh, Roger should have gone to... Yeah. He definitely should have gone to the hospital. Oh, man. He was knocked down and continued sparring. You didn't see him walk off on Queer Street, though? You measuring, we're gonna trust you to measure concussions now? Like, you could say that. I don't know what it means.
Well, I mean, I say that's what happens when people are not experienced to our business. And you have to be fully educated. You got to be fully trained. And people think that that's something that's not prevalent. But like when I came into wrestling in 95, 96, I had a lot of the same issues. I didn't like the ribbing. I didn't like the joking.
I'd be accidentally hitting the... We got a nut hugger emoji for all the nut huggers out there. I'd be hitting that button. Oh, that's what you're saying. Nobody goes to the hospital. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He definitely didn't go to... Okay, my apologies. Yeah, he didn't go to the hospital. He wouldn't go for that. But he probably should. And that's probably the problem. And that's probably a problem. These guys sparring, they're playing with each other's mental state and shit. And some fighters took it out of their game. Took it out of their fucking routine. Just kept the sparring close to the fight, and that's it.
And you have to be fully educated. You got to be fully trained. And people think that that's something that's not prevalent. But like when I came into wrestling in 95, 96, I had a lot of the same issues. I didn't like the ribbing. I didn't like the joking. And anybody that talked to me that I didn't think was worthy of having that kind of aggressive conversation, they got that work. And, I don't know the full story, but I do know what I saw. And it looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on. And the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he can chew. And, you got to be careful, one, who you mess with, and two, like, what kind of example are you as a veteran for inciting a ride with a kid? And, he's not...
Should have been getting checked out, not at the wrestling match. But it's right. He's right. It's right what Flex is training in sports. What Flex is saying in sports, motherfuckers take that. You take that knock around, you go home. Problem is, he should have stood home. You're right. He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been nowhere else. It's part of the training that happens in the fight. Right. No, I don't know if he's been spinning head kicked either. There's guys like Frankie that go a whole career taking damage, and you ask them, they'll tell you they've never been concussed, and that's absolutely, positively not true. That's a denial right there.
Not 12 or nothing, but he's still significantly younger. And, you know, you want to make sure that everybody knows what we're doing. Now that there's shows out there, you know, like Unreal, where people see how educated and well-taught and experienced you have to be at the highest levels of pro wrestling, you see why it's important to have that training like they do at NXT. Because you don't ever want a situation where somebody brand new out the box is put in that kind of situation.
How hard is it coming in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to explain
outsider?
it, and then a comment got me. This is Mark Henry. Mark Henry is a legendary wrestler from the WWE, professional wrestler. He was also a legitimate strongman and known by many as the strongest man that ever fucking lived. If not one of them. And he proved it by doing doing what he does. Breaking shit and bending shit and lifting shit.
So to say that doesn't have experience to come in there and expect to know, to properly know what was going on then.
It's very hard to not know what your role is. And the best of it is there was no developmental system.
Yeah, he should have been going light. He shouldn't have been throwing spinning shit. I'll tell you that.
I came in, so I was a lot like him.
And if you notice, the dude that threw that spinning shit pointed right at the camera before he did it.
The system today, why you don't hear that very much, is people go to wrestling schools, and the first thing they get taught is go in there and be quiet. Don't say nothing unless somebody says something to you. And respect the people that's older than you and that's been in the system longer than you. And, whether or not he got that conversation from somebody, I don't know. But also the hazing days, the corny bullshit days are over with. Every one of these journeyman guys
I agree with him. That shit's dead. All of that talking shit to whoever walk in.
Drunk before the show and sit around and talk crap to all the younger kids and tell them how the old days were. That's over with. Because the guys that's coming in are former MMA guys, or college students like my son, people that's in entertainment and have other walks of life. And you can't act like, corny bullshit to these guys and girls.
How bad a look is this for the sport? Just everybody seeing this, and I believe the school is a WWE ID program.
It's not a bad look. It's not that's not the ID program. First of all, the ID program is so well polished and so well tempered that you would never have that problem in their system. Secondly, it's not a bad look for pro wrestling. It's a bad look for the company that he performed at, and it's a bad look for him, and it's a worse look for the guy that got beat up, because now we know you can't fight. And back in the old days,
damn, Mark said, now we know you can't fight. Mark, he didn't have there was no chance. And I know what Mark's gonna say. Being an old professional, he should have been able to take that bump. He shouldn't have got knocked out from a slam.
If you lost the fight, you lost your job. You know, so those, you know, maybe those
Flex, you just be, I don't know, I feel like you just be saying
days are over too.
But okay.
But in the modern sense, you know, just to correct you, that doesn't supposed to happen, and it shouldn't ever happen. On both sides, have enough respect for the business. Hey, this dude is acting up. I'm gonna give him a pass today, but you need to get him in order, because if I wanted to take
it's sparring.
his head off, I could. And then the older guys that sit around drinking at the building before the show, you get rid of every one of those guys that's like that. The journeyman drug addicts, alcoholics, wannabe tough guys, get rid of them. They don't fit the mold for the business anymore. I would never hire them at All Caribbean. If a guy showed up to my show drunk or was sitting outside in the parking lot drinking before the show, he would never work for me.
In your mind, the incident that happened backstage that set this up, is Psycho Stu more to blame for this even happening once they got in the ring?
If indeed what I saw was what I saw, which is people.
God damn, Flex, he was wearing shin guards and ran into it, bro. You can only run into it if he threw it, bro. He didn't make him throw the kick. You will say anything. God damn, he was wearing shin guards and ran into it. Jesus. Add it to the playlist. Wow.
Yo. During.
He told him to spin the head kick. It was a work.
In the daytime, drinking and intoxicated or partially intoxicated, regardless, and you bust a bottle over a guy's head, you know, and talk trash like that guy was not going to do nothing, yeah, you're at fault. Because if he'd have put his hands on me, it would have happened in the parking lot right there for the craft. And like I said, if you go to Orlando to NXT, where it's the most polished system in the world for athletes, that people recognize the athletes that go to the Performance Center, they're told right off the bat, hey, we're zero tolerance. If you got a problem with somebody, you come to me first and let me handle it. You don't handle it yourself.
Does stuff like this
that's the best way to have it.
Mark, does stuff like this happen more than we know, and this just was so obvious because they were streaming it? Does this happen behind the scenes?
No. I mean, it has happened, and it'll probably happen again.
It happens at shit shows.
It's such an isolated thing. In the old days, guys used to say, hey, well, let's go take it outside and handle it like men. That philosophy, it happened back then, but not that often. Very rare did you see people come to blows. It happened, like I said, but it was rare. And I think that it'll be a long time before we see something like this, because people are going to see what the fallout looks like.
See, and people are upset with Mark Henry for saying what he said there, but they don't understand Mark Henry. I dare you to pull him into a work and hit him in the head with a can. You're talking about a guy that got sent home because he said he was gonna kill the clique. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, you guys want to be able to dish out some shit, and you want to get the reaction that you think is enough. Motherfucker, it ain't on you. You can't police how somebody's gonna react to your shit. You just can't do it. All right, we'll check out one or two more. I want to see Brendan Schweeb talk about this shit. We're gonna get out of here soon. It's usually knees and elbows that's prohibited. Bye-bye. It's whatever you say it is. It is whatever you say it is. If it wasn't, why would you say it is?
And I'll be transparent. I like Raja, and obviously, I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And I'll be transparent. I like Raja, and obviously, I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage. When I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos. I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Flex, he pointed at the camera and he kicked him in the head, bro. You know what I mean? Get a grip. We get it. You're a contrarian. I understand. But coño. You know?
I can't. You can't defend this. I see this. It's so sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away if this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges. If that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works. I'm not pressing charges. Raja's still going to take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you got to make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson and he presses charges. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's going to be tough. You're talking about felony, you know? And I'll be transparent. I like Raja.
And then people, oh, he deserves 20 years. Oh, shut up, man. This baby unalive as you motherfuckers don't give 20 years. Fuck. You know, people's racism it runs deep, man. It runs so deep, some of them don't even know they got it. But sometimes it ain't racism. Sometimes it's just hate for fellow man. Yeah, he punked him for the limelight. Yeah, that's what he did. Well, is that punking him? If I'm going light with you and then you go heavy and you get some, you do some sucker shit like that? You telling on yourself, Flex. If it wasn't there, yeah, but unwritten rule, yeah, absolutely. Let's see what else we got. Let's get Rampage. Let's see.
Anything to say about, and you know, first of all, really sorry. We're really sorry about the whole situation.
You know that. I wish I could.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if there was any updates.
All I can say is a lot of racist people give me death threats and stuff like that. Like, I'm a puppet master. Calling me a bad father. It's uncalled for.
That's uncalled for. None of this is your fault. It's a. You made your explanation.
Anything I say is twisted anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm twisting it right now just to say that you talking about you. You know, say something. No words of solidarity for your son. Nothing.
Anything to say about, and you know, first of all, really sorry. We're really sorry about the whole situation.
You know that. I wish I could.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if there was any updates.
All I can say is a lot of racist people give me death threats and stuff like that. Like, I'm a puppet master.
Called him a puppet master.
Calling me a bad father. It's uncalled for.
That's uncalled for. None of this is your fault. It's a. You made your explanation.
Yo, these paparazzi, these cameraman guys, bro. It just ugh. I couldn't do it. I come from a different place. You know what I'm saying? You know, I come from a different place. All of that nut hugging and fake care that you got to show to get the conversation out of dude. Jesus.
See if there was any updates.
A lot of racist people,
give him death threats, calling him the puppet master.
I'm a puppet master. Calling me a
But you know what was missed in this whole conversation? Raja. That's true. I'm not racist. Hate everyone equally. Salute you guys. All right, though. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. Flex, you be working hard at it, man. Ain't no hate, huh? Imagine having the boss to get in Rampage face with the camera at a time like this. He told him, the first words Rampage said was like, come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know better than, he told him, you know better than that. Nah, dude, let the record show, dude did not know better than that.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
bad father. It's uncalled for.
That's uncalled for. None of this is your fault.
I think he's a great father.
You made your.
I think he's a great father. I think he's a bad dad. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I think he a bad father. I think he a good father. He a bad dad. Like, he try that friendly shit. That kid needs guidance. He don't need no fucking, and not the kind of guidance where, no, you just got to give him the game. He might not take it, but you got to keep giving it.
Your explanation.
Anything I say is twisted anyway. So
Yeah.
let's go get the turkey.
No, I hear. Hey, prayers are with you and your family, man. Seriously.
Now here's the bullshit. I wonder if he streamed today. Let me see. Cause they say he's back to streaming. That's what I saw now. Cameraman never dies. At least that's what they say. This dad is full of himself. It's not about you. It's about your son. If anyone's hurting Raja's case, it's his dad making it about himself. Or he don't want to open up a can of worms by even mentioning Raja's name. But it's Rampage, and it's like, bro, I get it. Shit's fucked up. But you gotta take some of that heat too. Raja just needed to be training to fight. He didn't need to be in no fucking live stream. That's just the bottom line. You know? Let me see if this full stream. I bet them wrestlers wouldn't have tried any of that on Rampage. Absolutely not. I don't think they would have ever thought that they can get away with. That's why I feel like Stu was genuine. At first when I saw Stu, I said, oh, this is just some racist white boy that decided to pick out the black kid that just walked in with the camera and hit him in the head with a can. And I still thought that till after the fact. It wasn't until he sat down and said, bro, I saw the camera. I saw you. I thought you was a worker. I asked you, I saw him ask to sell twice. That shit sold me on he thought he was doing the work with a worker. But you think he would have tried that shit with Rampage? But your boy Cowboy said they knew that was Rampage's son. That he knew who he was trying. So who knows who's telling the truth, man, in a room full of liars. You know? I feel like the only one that was there that was genuine was Raja. And it all turned on him. You know what I mean? That's it. True, Rampage would do well to stay quiet for now. Just shut your ass up and sit down. Focus on being there for. And if you're not gonna, just shut up. You say you couldn't talk to him, don't talk to him. You know. But if he's kick streaming, he wilding the fuck out. Let me see. I'm trying to see today. Let's see. I seen wrestlers react to this shit. Maven reacted to it. Stevie Richards reacted to it.
I feel bad about what happened to Psycho Stu. I don't condone what my son did. I feel bad about Psycho Stu and his family had to see that shit. I just wish I could have been there, but I could. Hopefully one day I can meet Psycho Stu and shake his hand and have a man-to-man with him. I hope Psycho Stu can forgive me, myself, as a dad. I feel bad about what happened to Psycho Stu. I don't condone what my son did. I feel bad about Psycho Stu and his family had to see that shit. I just wish I could have been there, but I could. Hopefully.
See, here's the thing. Wish you could have been there, big bro. Big bro, you're not there right now, dog. You're not there right now.
It's hard for me to talk about it, but you know, since the unfortunate incident, I feel bad about what happened to Psycho Stu. I don't condone what my son did. I'm gonna let the justice, you know, play out, take its course. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad about Psycho Stu and his family to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish I could have been there, but I couldn't. I'm doing what any father would do, being a father in hard moments like this. Sometimes you're proud of your kids, and sometimes you're not proud of your kids, but at the end of the day, you're still a father. We're going to see what happened, and I'm going to continue to be a father. It's hard for me to talk about it.
All right. Salute, Spencer. Okay, accountability. Somebody, bro. God damn. We didn't know it was going to come from Rampage. But again, I didn't want to shit on Rampage all the way because Rampage, again, I say he loves his kids. This is the real Rampage. Not the Rampage that be trying too fucking hard. The trying too hard Rampage, that's little kid Rampage, man. This is the real Rampage right here. Maven and Stevie Richards are good channels for breakdowns. Yeah, they're honest about the game. Whole thing is very sad for Stu and Roger. I agree. I was just shitting on them like, bruh, you keep saying you wish you could have been there, but you had a bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck we doing here? Rampage knows what's right but doesn't do it. What's the right thing? What you want him to do? What do you want him to do, Flex? Rampage knows what's right but doesn't. Oh, you mean in general? He knows how to do the right thing, but he doesn't do it. Yeah, he a try hard, dog. He tried too hard. That should be too much. Let's see what this other one is.
I feel bad about what happened to Psycho Stu. I don't condone what my son did. And I feel bad about Psycho Stu and his family.
You just know that lawsuit's coming out. It's a fucked situation. What do you guys think? Does Stu press charges? Or does Stu just shut up and go be friends with Rampage? Catch a little check. Like he knows he should. Okay, I got you. All right, my apologies. Flex. Now I understand. Like he knows he shouldn't clown Roger, but does, for example. Do you see what Strickland said? Yeah, let's do Strickland. Strickland is crazy too. Let's see what this XQC dork.
I just wanted to see if there was any updates.
All I can say is a lot of racist people give me death threat, calling me a bad father. Anything I say gets twisted. Anyway,
I'm not gonna blame the parents for something his son did. If they're still a child, you can blame the parents at least partially to a certain degree. His son is 25 years old, exactly. 7 years as an adult, you become your own man.
I just wanted to see if there was any updates.
all I can say is
Yeah, and they got something to do with what made you that way. Especially if he's still there talking shit to you. Talking shit to you about your unalived mom and shit. No, but me and my son understand each other. Maybe he don't understand you so well, motherfucker. Maybe he not understanding much these days. Might just settle out of court privately. Stu should 100% try to get a huge pay out of this. Hell yeah, he should sue the shit out of him and everyone involved. Just civil or put him in jail. I'm surprised. I thought Strickland would shit on him. I thought Chael would have called him a dum-dum. I was surprised on a lot of takes. There was a lot. I was the lone survivor on day one trying to fucking give the benefit of the doubt and put all these mitigating circumstances together. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. But it seemed a lot of people had that much thinking when they looked at the information and got the information. Miss me with the music. Get the fuck out of here. Hold on. John Strickland. I just want to see Sean Strickland's trying to see. Prison should be last resort. I was facing years, but got anger management and work release instead. That saved my life. Rehabilitation over prison always. No, that was a longer statement. That's why I'm saying them civil suits are the ones that are going to get them paid. Absolutely. Just like you could blame AJ, I blame Rampage for not keeping tabs on Raja's live stream. Just like I blame AJ. Is it me giving blame if I watch the dude tell a motherfucker to go get a receipt? You know what I mean? And yeah, Rampage, here, listen, forget about should have kept tabs on Raja's stream. He should have just left him out of the live streaming world, man. Let that dude train. It seems that that's where he was trying to find his solace. You're not going to get that with a chat. Trust me, I know. I came from a world of conflict and got into this fucking YouTube game trying to get away from conflict and got into one of the most controversial subjects ever on my big channel. And, you know, it's less than what I wanted more chill. He didn't get that shit either. He got live stream. He got the fucking... His father should have just left him out of it. You said I was using too many syllables when I brought that up. Audience of trolls. Huh? Oh, they wildin'. Strickland, though, Strickland shouldn't be saying shit. Strickland's a grown man and he can't control himself. He just got in trouble for running in a cage and beating up somebody's a fighter after the fight. He was in somebody's corner, or the mitigating circumstances. No, yeah, I held that shit. It was mad syllables on that many drinks, I think. He said, I blame AJ too. Yeah, no, it's not blame, it's what happened. But now he's telling us it was a work. So what was it? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Yeah, Strickland need to shut the fuck up, though. Let's see what Chael's talking about. Chael is always working. That's one wrestler that's an MMA fighter that's always working. AJ was a massive part. The promoter was a massive part. Stu was a massive part. The chat was a massive part. Everything inside of motherfucking Raja was another part. Let's see what Chael's talking about. Chael's stupid.
I have the greatest social media following, but it's known for that. Other people will tell me like how envious they are. Last night I got challenged. I got called. This all has to do with a piece that I made and put out yesterday, Sunday, about Rajah Jackson.
Hold on, I want the short one.
And Joel even says to me, man, he's disgusted. I can hear it in his voice. I mean, I've known Joel 30 years. Like, he is legitimately disgusted with me. Of which is a word that he actually used. Disgusted. And he goes, I know why you did that. I know why you took his side. You were trying to be controversial and get clicks. But yeah, you're on the wrong side of this. It was an attempted murder. And he's going on and on.
Hey, Chael, man, he's probably though the best actor in mixed martial arts, bro. I'm pretty sure. Hold on a sec. Let me get the original, and then we'll get back to that. Let me get the original video that he put out that had everybody pissed off. I think it was this one.
Rajah Jackson, Rampage's son. Now, let me just start out with a disclosure to you all that I know this young man, and I like him a lot. I don't just know him to be level-headed and calm. I know him to be quite polite. Now, I want to preface that because I don't think that will interfere with my ability to tell you what happened here, but this is a wildly complicated situation. So, let's start with what you saw. You saw Rajah get in the ring as part of a wrestling angle that was scripted and planned. Raja Jackson, Rampage.
That's it? Hold on. I need the long version of this shit. Yeah, I think it's this one.
Raja Jackson, Rampage's son. Now, let me just start out with a disclosure to you all that I know this young man, and I like him a lot. I don't just know him to be level-headed and calm. I know him to be quite polite. Now, I want to preface that because I don't think that will interfere with my ability to tell you what happened here, but this is a wildly complicated situation. So let's start with what you saw. You saw Raja get in the ring as part of a wrestling angle that was scripted and planned. You see Raja come in with his wits about him, waits for the right moment, picks up a double leg, just as it was planned.
Why does everybody keep saying he picked up a double leg? He picked up a single. I don't even think he switched. I think he slammed him from the single.
And he's doing this with Psycho Stu, and Psycho Stu is letting it play perfectly. Raja then turns him around so that when he brings him down, it's right in the center of the ring, which appears to be...
Yeah, I'm an AI, but I'm here to talk apps. Real apps you can build in minutes with Base 44. This finance app...
Very clearly what they agreed and had planned to do. Now, the landing is not great. When Raja brings Psycho Stu down, it's not great. And Stu lands in a way and he hits the back of his head. And he looks as though he perhaps lost a level of consciousness right then. All right.
Jail's so fucking stupid. For y'all that don't know, this is a working shoot right here.
Either way, this is what happened. And
fun.
either way, Raja Jackson, from my vantage point, is working out the spot the way it was planned. Raja then follows up with a right hand, then he switches and follows up with a left hand. Now, these were hard shots. However, and again, I'm giving you my perception, but I watched this thing 20 times before I made this video to you guys. While they were very stiff shots, not what we would call a working shot, it did not appear that Raja had lost his temper. It did not appear that these were being done out of anger, as much as, all right, I'm going to pick you up, I'm going to spin you in a 180, I'm going to bring you down in the middle of the cage, then just like a cage fight, I'm going to land a punch to either side. Whatever's supposed to happen after that. There was a couple of guys there, a referee, another wrestler, perhaps the boys step in. We'll never know. Because at this point, it appears that Raja marked out for his own gimmick and really begins laying some shots in, but those shots are done out of anger. And if you want to understand what happened here, you're going to have no ability to get into the eye or mind of the DA or a potential juror. You're going to have no ability to do that if you don't understand emotion versus action, right? The action is supposed to look like he's punching him. The action is supposed to look like he turns him in a 180 and slams him down on the back of his head. So then, where you cross that already blurred line, right, which professional wrestling is already the blurred line, where you cross that is where Jackson actually gets angry. The rest of it, from a physicality and an appearance standpoint, is what you're supposed to do. And sometimes some shots get through. One of the most famous ones that you guys would have seen was Braun Strowman. Brock Lesnar trusted Braun. Braun did a move that was too hard. Brock responded with a real-life punch. That settled Strowman back down. But these are very normal things that happen in the business.
Indeed.
We then, as an audience, get armed with what led us to this point. and there's another video that has surfaced where Psycho Stu is in the back. They're like literally outside. It's a nice day. The wrestlers are out there. They're carrying on and whatnot, working out their spots. Rajah Jackson is back there. It appears as though this is where Psycho Stu meets him, and Psycho Stu takes a full can of beer and busts it open on the side of Rajah's head. The other wrestlers, they don't jump in and pull him apart and break him apart. One of the other wrestlers is informing Stu, hey, this kid, Rajah, he's not a worker. Meaning he is not a professional wrestler. He is not part of the show. He is not one of us. He's a dude that's back here and you just broke a bottle over his head. So Psycho Stu then, in yet another video, but all preceding the event in the ring, explains to Rajah, hey, we're always working. You know, this is always a work, whether we're trying to fool the audience or we're just trying to fool the boys in the back. You know, you and I have got an angle now. So the rest of the guys tell Rajah, who was a little bit confused by this and really didn't like it.
Hey, Flex, he even took the billionaire strut from Vince McMahon, I'm just saying.
That he had a can busted over his head. It didn't hurt him, but it embarrassed him. And he is a legitimate fighter. Like, he's going to have an ego like anybody and not going to want that to happen. But he didn't really blow up or react. The guys told him, hey, look, get even with him in the ring. Now, that is wildly open to interpretation what that means. But it made a level of sense to Rajah, who agrees. I'm not going to do anything to him. And as a matter of fact, this whole can busting thing and the rage that I would have felt from that, or the embarrassment or the anger, is actually long past. But get even in the ring. Now, when that is being said to him, I can just tell you, because that is a very common thing that would be said in that type of environment. It just means go make it look good. If he embarrassed you here, go embarrass him there. If he walked up and punked you in front of the boys, go out there, punk him in front of the crowd. Get even with him. They didn't mean go out there and hurt him or go out there and have a fight with them. These two are cooperating. But one is a worker who fully understands that in Stu. The other is not a professional wrestler that's at an event and knows what he was told by people that he trusts, which is go get even with him, just wait to do it in the ring. Now,
that's it.
A number of people that will come into pro wrestling that don't know pro wrestling, the wrestler will actually tell them, just hit me. Big Show did this with Floyd Mayweather. Builds this thing up and it's going to be at WrestleMania, and Floyd had no wrestling practice and Big Show should just let it go. Floyd, hey, I don't really know how to control these shots. Do I do it with an open hand? Do I get close and I stop? Do I stomp my foot down? Like, what do I do? And Big Show's like, you don't do any of those things. You just hit me. I can take the shot. And the only way we're going to sell this and make this look real for the audience is if it is real.
Absolutely.
And a number of wrestlers have told a number of non-wrestlers this very thing. So, okay, but now that you've got all of these pieces, all right? If Rajah attempts to take a defense in a court from a legal proceeding, the police have not arrested him. But we already know what happened and we've got it on video. And it's gross. And it is an assault. And it is outside of what was agreed upon in pro wrestling. And so many people have made this mistake in sport before, thinking, well, it's up to the referee. You know, whatever the referee says, but this was all part of sport. Like there is a piece of human psychology that works like that, but you have a police department that is in possession of this information and has not done an arrest. Why? Well, if Stu comes out and says this was all part of the spot, if he just says those words, no matter how much you're reworking reality and history, if he says those words, the police then look like fools. If Stu doesn't say those words and say, hey, this was not scripted, as a matter of fact, he's even given a confession. He's saying that he's doing this for retribution for something else that I did. You have a legal right to defend yourself. That's true. But there's a sustainable difference.
You burning the midnight oil.
difference between defense and vengeance. And one of them is instantaneous and one of them is premeditated. So the police are in possession of a video which is highly against the law unless Stu comes out as a performer and says this was agreed upon. And you have no idea how far Stu would take that. Stu is clearly unconscious. In real life, he's unconscious. But is he going to come out and say that? Or is he going to stick to kayfabe and stick to the character and say, no, the whole script was I let him spin me in one day, I come down, I act like I'm unconscious. All we did is follow the script. And Stu hasn't spoke yet.
All you gotta be is a fucking human being to know that he got slammed on this shit. Stu moves into Rampage mansion. They're not gonna charge him. Chael is wilding the fuck out.
Who was to come out, it would effectively end his time in professional wrestling. Back in the territory days, there was a number of bookers that would tell the boys, you know, everybody's got a camera now. You got to write on your phone, but it didn't used to be that way back then. And these guys would go out to the taverns, and the promoter and booker would tell them openly, you can go out and you can go to the local bars. If any of you get beat up in a fight at a local bar, you're fired. Like if any of you break the character that you're not real badasses, even to a bar full of 30 or less people, that's 30 or less people that I don't need to know that you're not actual badasses. Go ahead and go out, lose a fight, you're fired. So I'm sharing with you Stu, who is dedicated and has spent some time, and he's out there on this indie scene. Is he willing to take a match and light a fire to his career?
Bruh, Chael is wilding the entire fuck out right now, okay? Chael, the man swallow his teeth. Fuck is you talking about? What? Chael's like, he just got to tell everybody it was at work. Shout out there. I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going on. What's going on in here? Saw you posted on Discord. So I came to say hi. Hit the like button. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. What's going on is a whole lot of ass whoopings, but nobody knows what's real and what's not. Somebody gonna get rich. Somebody's gonna be fucked up, but rich. Hopefully the kid don't go to jail, but everybody wants him to go to jail because, you know, America, it ain't nothing like tearing a man down. No room for mistakes in this here country. Damn, JP, don't talk about tacos right now, man. It's midnight and shit. After he say he has millions saved for bail for Raja. He been saving bail for Raja forever.
In exchange for his retribution to Raja. It's not as though you can sue Raja and end up with millions of dollars. You could go sue him and get a judgment.
Nah, this kind of mixed up. A real fighter, the son of a legendary real fighter, showed up to a pro wrestling WWE style little neighborhood shit show, and one of the wrestlers thought he was a wrestler, so he smashed him in the head with a can. And then instead of the whole shit going left right there, they told the fighter, well, we'll let you get in the ring. Fuck dude up. So buddy thinking he going to get his payback, but he go in there and he overdo it. He damn near beat the man to death. So now the question is, which part of it was planned, which part of it wasn't. It's a whole shit show. We got a whole live stream. It's kind of a crime story, so I think it is definitely a crime story. I think you'd dig it, did it? Shawn Michaels took the bar beating. Sure did. Flex got to answer for everything, boy. God damn. We are just going over Raja's situation, part 2. I bet Undertaker would have stayed in character, wrong or right. Right or wrong?
The guy doesn't have the money, you're not going to...
Shy, you sleepier in them clouds. Both of them, Tere. Both of them. All of it was planned. You wildin'. How about so he planned the part where he eat his teeth?
Get the money. I'm just sharing with you, like, this is an actually fascinating situation, and I don't like that Raja did it. However, if Raja is saying he did it in retribution to the Beer King because that's how the boys told him to settle it, and Stu goes along with it, I mean, you will truly have a kayfabe moment where these guys could build. These are indie scene guys. This isn't getting picked up by Triple H.
Yeah, it's gonna depend, Shannon, on if he wants to get paid and justice, or if he just wants to get paid. That's what it's gonna depend on. If Stu comes out of this, all right. Yeah, and like you said, depending how he comes out of it.
But on the indie scene, you now have the makings of a good angle. And an angle in exchange for your reputation, even if it's make-believe, is a trade that most guys would take. Now, I'm getting in front of this and I'm making these predictions without having news if Psycho Stu is injured.
The link for what?
His
The
jaws
link for what? For that live stream where we started talking about this yesterday? Yeah, give me a second.
Broken and some teeth that are loose. All of a sudden, you're having a very different conversation. But you have the police that are in possession of irrefutable evidence known as a video that an assault happened, and the police have not taken any action.
Tell you too confident.
And they won't take any action until a statement is made one way or the other
by Stu.
By Psycho Stu.
Chael's watch. So that was Chael's hot take that everybody was mad at. And this is Chael, I believe, defending it. I believe. It's like that movie Usual Suspects. Stu was the puppet master. Stu was Kaiser Sose?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
When you've got smoke...
The Usual Suspects.
Free satisfaction?
I got his ass. Pez, Usual Suspects. You can't even spell it.
You've got the freedom to
The
do
topic of
things
this
your
live?
way.
I'll
Get
send you
$20
that
off
live
5
stream that we
cans of
started
Zyn
on it
when you
yesterday.
take the Zyn 10 challenge.
And
hold on.
Much like the people.
I'm getting it over
Right
here.
now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you can turn that $200 into something bigger.
Sign up and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Following. But it's known for that. Other people will tell me like how envious they are. But I tell you, I got lit up. I got lit up last night. I got challenged. I got called the F word. Not the one that ends in an R. I got called the other F word multiple times.
Right here, Teddy.
And what do you call that on Twitter? Where you DM somebody and it goes to a box and you have to accept, well, DM, right? Talked to Joel this morning. Joel gives me the business too. Now this all has to do with a piece that I made and put out yesterday, Sunday, about Rajah Jackson. And Joel even says to me, man, he's disgusted. I can hear it.
Here's the thing. I don't know. I think we know the truth. The truth is the wrestlers were playing politics and putting works back and forth and shoots back and forth. Raja got caught in the middle of all that bullshit and he lost it. I think that's the truth. But let's see what Chael's talking about.
In his voice. I mean, I've known Joel 30 years. Like, he is legitimately disgusted with me. Of which is a word that he actually used.
Oh, that's true too. I was referring to whether he's gonna recover or he. Dang. Well, if that happens, that's crazy. Something crazy like that. Yeah. CJP, look at the certificate on Chael's wall. International Registry of Lethal Hands. He created this business. Why? Because this is a fucking myth. So he started selling certificates of that shit. He's a troll.
Disgusted. And he goes, I know why you did that. I know why you took his side. You're trying to be controversial and get clicks, but yeah, you're on the wrong side of this. There was an attempted murder, and he's going on and on. And much like the people in the DMs and much like the people that I heard from on social media, you didn't see the piece. Yeah, I mean, it's about an 8 or 9, 10-minute piece. And what you're describing is about 8, 9, 10 seconds. So I let Joel yell at me. And he telling me, he said, that's an attempted murder. And I said, all right, Joel. I said very calmly like this, I'm acting this out for you. This just happened. I just hung up. I said, all right, Joel. I said, if I would have called the police from a payphone anonymously and told them that I saw you do that in a 7-Eleven parking lot, you would have been in handcuffs hours ago. He goes, yeah, that's right where I belong. I said, oh, okay, but in this case, it's on video. The police are in possession of the video.
No.
And they have not made an arrest. That is the talking point. Attempting to understand why.
Oh, shit, that's fucking great,
Is
man.
the entire talking point.
He's such a fucking dirtbag, boy.
Have not made an arrest.
Shit.
It's on video. In this case, it's on video. The police are in possession of the video. And they have not made an arrest. That is the talking point. Attempting to understand why is the entire talking point. And the psychology there is very fascinating, of which judge, jury, and executioner has decided they got the evidence, they got the premeditation, because Raja said, I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit him for real. And there's a video in the back of one of the wrestlers that's lining this whole thing up that tells him, get your receipt, hit him for real. Just do it in the ring. Before that, there's a gimmicked can of beer busted over Raja's head. Raja tells his live stream, for 50 subs, I'll knock this guy out. Something along these lines.
He's so fucking stupid.
Well, what you just described is every wrestler that was on the card that night.
Right.
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely
funny.
until this.
Shit's funny.
You know you don't
And
have to
Chael
go all
makes
the way to
sense,
the
but he's
pharmacy
a
to get your
fucking
scripts, right?
sleazebag.
Every single wrestler hit the opponent they had, whether you won the match or lost the match. Every opponent took a fist, threw it at him for the entertainment of the crowd.
I don't believe that, Matthew. If you watch Psycho Stu hit Raja with the can, Raja let him hit him. Raja knew it was coming. Nah, it just didn't. If Raja knew it was coming, he would have sold it. He didn't. He just took it. 50 sub, you filed, Chael. You filed, Chael. It was 700. Is Raja even in Cali? Rampage must have left. I don't know.
Supposed to be controlled working shots is what they call this. Raja was throwing potatoes. But your idea that you have all the evidence that you need and you can prove premeditation, which escalates this, by the way, from an assault to attempted murder. And all the evidence that you need, you've got. Because Raja himself told his live stream that he was going to do this. And he was going to do it to seek retribution for the disrespect he was shown for being hit with the beer can. Once again, before we get into whether I saw exactly what you saw, but before we get into that, we're discussing it from a standpoint, okay? And you always have to remind people of this. You do not get to go arrest Al Pacino for selling cocaine and chopping people up with machetes because you just watched an episode of Scarface. You don't get to decide as the viewer where the show ends and real life begins because you're so skilled and talented that a good worker doesn't have the ability to fool you. And I'm going, yeah, but John Cena just did that. He just did that it sold 80,000 live seats that booed him on Monday night, and by the pay-per-view on the weekend, we're cheering him. And what I'm sharing for you is that if you're in the position of the police, before you go in guns blazing and throw a guy down because of a professional wrestling match you've seen, you do not have a choice but to speak to what you were declaring to be the victim and say, what do you want to do? You agreed to have this guy that's never done a match that you were told on video is not a worker, which means he's not a wrestler. He's never done this. You said, put out the video of me busting the can over your head, let people know, and come get your receipt in the ring. Now, I understand that no reasonable person, we're talking about Psycho Stu here, who, by the way, is a family man, he's a veteran, wonderful guy. None of us are led to believe that he thought he was going to get his jaw broken and his teeth knocked out. But that is a very common thing for a professional wrestler to tell somebody that's never done it before. Hey, I don't know how to throw a working shot. Do I open my hand? Do I pull? Do I hit my, I don't know how to do this. Hey, don't worry, just hit me. I'm a professional. Just throw the punch. I'll roll with it. It's quite literally what the Big Show, just by example, and this happens all the time, but by example, this is what the Big Show told Floyd Mayweather. We're not going to work and we're not going to practice, and this isn't what you do. I'm for it, but just throw the punch. Just throw the punch, Floyd. I'll roll with it. Trust me. It's what I do. And he didn't. And Floyd busted his nose. How would you like to be hit by the world champion with no glove on when you're letting him do it, right? Could you imagine? Mickey Rourke, friend of mine, did a WrestleMania. And he did a spot with Chris Jericho, a friend of mine. And Mickey came in during the day to work out the spot. And Jericho said, hey, listen, don't even worry about us working it out. Just hit me. Just throw the punch. The only way we're going to make this really look real for the crowd is if it is real. Hit me. And Mickey explained to him, hey, I've actually boxed professionally. I don't want to just hit you, and you don't want me to just hit you. But I'm sharing with you that this dialogue happened, and I was privy to it. When I tell you that this is a very normal thing that they do, great. Your response to me that you watched a live stream and Raja wanted clicks, or your response to me that when the whole thing was over and you saw how hot and angry he was, and he admitted to, I'm going to do this, I'm tired of guys playing with me, and all the stuff that he said. You don't get to decide where you're all of a sudden the smart mark sitting in the front row. You don't get to decide where all of a sudden you're Vince McMahon in gorilla position and you know the difference between a shoot and a work. You just don't get to do that. And I'm sharing not as a way of yelling at you. I'm yelling in front of you. If you're wondering why
I'm not yelling at y'all. I'm yelling in front of y'all. What the fuck?
Police who are in possession of what you claim to be a premeditated murder, and we have an injury and we have really bad shots on a guy that's down and allowing his body. I'm telling you why the arrest hasn't been made. And you can like that or not like that. But there's no part of that is on Raja's side. And as good actors,
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
As people, we are whoever we pretend to be. So you will get really good actors that will go into a movie set for 90 days. And it's a Western movie, and all of a sudden they come out and they're done. They're done. The show is wrapped. No more horseback, no more six-shooter, no more cowboy hat. And they go home and they're talking with a twang. And they just forgot, yeah, I've been doing this for 90 days. And it takes them a minute to unwind. And when you have a good worker, and let's say that Raja is a natural, the absolute best thing that he could do to get in character is to sell it to you. The problem is you begin to sell it to yourself, and that's the accident. That's absolutely the accident. You begin to sell it to yourself. And where is that line? I don't know how to go into this ring, and I don't know how to do this, and I've never done it. Now, on the other side of it, I didn't know you out back, and we were in a parking lot. And I'm a street fighter, and I was raised by a street fighter, and you hit me in the head with a can.
Facts.
Which means if I have an evil and dark side, I could do almost anything under the sun to you right now in this moment. But he didn't do that. He waited and he agreed to go to the ring. And in many ways, that makes what we saw, if in fact the intent was to hurt somebody, it makes it that much more disgusting. But it also takes away from your idea that a young man snapped. You don't have the ability to decide when you're a smart mark or you're just a mark. And it's why there hasn't been an arrest. And it's why Joel yelled at me, and it's why you guys left me nasty comments. But the only one that can decide that is Psycho Stu. That's the way this will work. If they go in and they cuff up Raja over a piece of entertainment that they saw, and the public gets informed that it was such good entertainment, even the police were duped. And that has happened a number of times, particularly in the uneducated southern white males that got professional wrestling and NASCAR, which, by the way, is also scripted, off the ground. I'm explaining to you whether you like the explanation or not.
That's it.
That is why he has not been arrested.
I don't know. That ain't what we're talking about, Flex. So you're one of those, huh? You switch the shit. I don't know. Maybe they talked about it. Maybe they didn't. All right. I was thoroughly entertained by that fucking conversation. While the wrestlers were holding Raj in the corner, referee, yeah, we saw that. We did that already. There's never enough evidence for a fool. It's an unfortunate situation. Rampage showed face. Said what he had to say. Raja shouldn't be nowhere. Cowboy shouldn't have been nowhere. He talked too much. I wonder how much more WWE, or how many more promos he...
He's trying to play judge, executioner towards AJ for...
The production workers, nobody's going to say, oh, Bobby Lashley, you held responsible for Michael. Sit back while...
You ain't lying.
It's a whole work. Bunch of bullshit. Again, we'll keep an eye on it. So far, I see no news. No arrest, no nothing. I don't condone what my son did, is Rampage's quote. And he's right. Some days you're proud of your kids, some days you're not. Disappointed and shit. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. We've been here, going on 4 hours? All right. I can only go as far back as I can right here. Shout out Matthew. Shout out Miguel. Zoraida. Pez. Velez. JP. Flex. Appreciate y'all. Y'all kept the chat jumping. Again, this is second live stream of the day. fourth video of the day. Because I did 2 premieres and your boy tired. Shout out Tere for stopping through. Shout out Matthew, Shannon, JP, Les. Chael's biased. He definitely biased. There was a lot of hogwash in there. That shit was funny. We need the ref's story. The ref? Why? What does his story matter? The referee? What the fuck does his story matter? I'm only new here. I really like this podcast. It's cool. You're a top bloke. Mate, salute to you, Matthew. I appreciate you. Make sure you go check us out on our other channels. You can find them on the homepage of this channel. Join us over there. Yeah, Chael's definitely biased. I didn't say he wasn't. Alright, hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Bow, 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 bow. I hate when I come over here and I can't find my members emoji. Shout out to the usual suspects. Shout out to the wrenches. Salute to y'all. Have a great night. Your boy earned himself some food and some chill. Alright, Flex is new too. Salutes. Appreciate y'all. Again, if you're into other content, we got other channels. Shout out JP Matthew. We have a Dope Cartel channel. If you want to go over there, salute. Already subscribed. Salutes. Appreciate you. Alright, we'll be getting some premieres over there. Getting some shorts. I got to get a members only in soon. And we're going from there. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Salutes to my usual suspects. Salutes to my wrenches, my members. I appreciate you all. Invitation for everyone. There's a Discord, indeed. Let me see if I got the Discord link right here. We definitely got Discord right here. Wow, shout out Velez. Boom. There's the Discord. Y'all have a good night. Have a good hump day. You won't hear from me unless like one of the old men escapes from prison or some shit, Other than that, shit. You won't hear from me. Alright? Have an amazing night. I will holla. Peace. Oh shit. The chat didn't pop up for me. Peace to Pez. Shy, we going live tomorrow? JP just heard everything I said. Y'all see what he be doing, Shannon? Zoraida? You see? Huh? He just heard me. He said, Shy, we going live tomorrow. You fucking crazy. I said the old man gotta escape for me to go live tomorrow. Shout out Flex Turner, the usual suspect. Yes. Not the usually suspects, the usual suspects. And that's what we call our core team on the chat. We call them the usual suspects. Shout out Shannon. Have a good night, everybody. Keep your head on a swivel. It's definitely going to get batshit crazy. Thank you, Shy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Salutes, Flex. Shy, thank you for another great live. Like and subscribe for the great quality content. Road to 100K, 24-hour live stream, incredible hoax, and more. Shout out Il Cartel members. God bless you. Salutes. Chat, buenos nachos. Get some rest. Have hump day tomorrow. Blessings. I typed it as you were saying it. Boy, you wildin' out. Wildin' out. You see what he be doing to me? Salutes. Y'all have a good night. Peace.